Hey guys, welcome to Checking In. Today is a special checking in because it's going to be relationship talk.
I did not get the memo on that.
No,
But
we're going to talk about relationships.
Yeah, so if you guys are having a problem with your relationship, put it in the comments.
Just call.
And they'll do relationship advice.
We're going to give advice.
Yeah, we're going to give relationship
All
advice.
right.
So go ahead, super chat us with your relationship problems. Be very detailed with what is wrong with your marriage or your relationship.
We'll fix it.
And we'll fix it up immediately.
So we're going to see if this is the turn this podcast is going to take.
Yeah, we're going to do that. You know, what was the doctor? What was the guy that used to be on the Man Show?
Oh, I don't know. I can look it up though.
Gosh,
it's called the Man Show.
Yeah, the Man Show. The doctor. Then he had his own thing too. It was like, what the heck is his name? No, not Dr. Phil.
Drew Pinsky?
No.
I think you're weird.
It was Dr. Drew, actually.
Dr. Drew.
Okay. Dr. Drew. He used to. So now he had his own show, Dr. Drew, and now he's like kind of serious. But he was actually on the Man Show, which was like, was it Carlos Mencia? I think was on that show.
I think you might be right.
I think in like a bunch of crazy like comics, and he was like the doctor that would give like love advice.
But it's a comedy, not
But it wasn't
real?
like he was trying to be real. It was
Okay.
real, but it was like kind of they'd make fun of him
Because he still hangs out with comedians too.
Yeah,
he still hangs out with like Bert and Tom.
Yeah. So Dr. Drew. So we're gonna be like Dr. Drew, and then of course, who was the chick that gave the sex advice? The old lady,
Ruth.
Dr. Ruth. So you're gonna be Dr. Ruth today, and I'm gonna be Dr. Drew. All right.
Well, we'll see how that goes. It'll be funny either way. I'll tell you that.
So literally, guys, we need to hear everything that's wrong with your spouse.
Yeah.
And everything that you hate about it.
I can't even believe this is like not even you. This is more like I'm doing a podcast with Noah. Give me all the down and
That's because we're missing him.
Right.
We want to know what's going on in the sack. You know what I mean? No, I'm kidding. That's probably. I mean, we're happy to answer your relationship advice.
Yeah, honestly, just let it go.
But listen, it is what it is. We're going to obviously free ball it a little bit today. Because Noah's not here, so it's just Lori and myself. So we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
So Noah is on a journey.
Yes.
It sounds like he just made it to L.A.
Oh, that's type of
So
journey.
we see.
Yeah, journey. Yeah. So he flew into
traveling journey.
went into Seattle to pick up a friend, a high school friend, that is driving back and moving back to Michigan, and so he's doing
a road trip.
They're doing a huge 14, 15-day road trip. I believe that he's going to be on Ari Manis's, our friend that's comedian.
Oh, yeah, that's
I think
right.
he's going to be
His
on Ari's
podcast.
podcast called Unlicensed Therapy, right?
Yep.
Is that what that's called?
Yep.
I think you're right, yes.
Unlicensed Therapy. And so that's dope. So good for him. I think he's going to try to get to the Comedy Store.
Yes,
Oh, he was
that was
awesome.
high on his list.
Yeah, I mean, I highly doubt that he'll be able to perform, but I think he'll be able to just
to be able to go and,
because Ari, used to work at the Comedy Store and now does sets at the Comedy Store all the time. So Noah's out adventuring, having a good time. So good for Noah and good for us, because I will say it's weird without Noah here. Do you feel that way? Not here, but I mean like here.
Yeah, it is weird. But then we've also got our nephew,
Yeah,
Cheveo.
He's ruined it.
Yeah, totally ruined it. Yeah.
So he's kind of taken a little bit of the spot.
Yeah, no, it's true. I have been, because Noah and I, because Lori goes to sleep relatively early, so Noah and I oftentimes watch like scary movies at night or
so now you've
stuff.
been doing it with Cheveo.
Now I've been doing it with Cheveo. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're like, we'll watch some scary movies. Rolled out, we rolled out the House on the Haunted Hill the other night.
The Haunted Hill house.
Nope.
A House on the Haunted Hill?
House on the Haunted Hill.
Whoa.
And that's an
I
old
watched
school
a little
movie.
Bit of it, and that
Was it
wasn't
good?
bad.
Yeah, it's not super old. I mean, it's probably like early 2000s, so it's 20 years old or something like that. So it's not like black and white. They still had cell phones, but they also had phones that were on cords too in the movie. And so
Well, those do still exist,
really
Landlines,
people do landlines.
Yeah,
That's
Really?
crazy talk.
I don't think that's real.
they do.
Not in Elon Musk world, they don't. Not in Elon Musk. What does Mac have to say?
Max said, can't chat as I'm working on a gift for the animals at the Reptarium.
Oh my gosh.
Also, 2 new digits are arriving to the P.O. box on Friday.
Get
Sorry,
outta
Lori.
here.
Bringing fine wine to ease the headaches that follow me.
Oh my gosh, man.
Hey.
Max, thank you so much,
We've been
brother.
missing it, dude.
We've
All
been
right,
missing the
Mac.
ditch. As a matter of fact, the other day I did,
Have we?
I did actually go on the YouTube.
Have we missed them?
I have missed them. I went on the YouTube and I listened to some ditch
On
the
the
other
YouTube.
day. Yeah, on the YouTube.
Oh, you've reached that now? You're doing the things?
Yeah, the YouTube.
You can't do that,
yeah,
dude.
the YouTube.
You're younger than that.
Went
You
to
can't do the
the
thing.
Walmarts.
Yeah, the Facebooks. Yeah, I saw it on the Facebooks.
Yeah, so thank you, Mac. That's awesome, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Silver Cash says, single, 34 years, LOL, I'm stuck making pizzas. I'll try to catch up when I can.
Damn, single for 30. Have you gotten laid at all during that 34 years?
Listen, I feel like you got a lot going on there. Like
Pizza
if
rats.
you're like the high, up
What
pizza
could possibly go wrong?
Exactly, pizza maker. Like there's a lot of chicks that like good pizza. So
Oh
like,
my
that
gosh,
could
yeah.
be a good draw.
It is the way to most women's heart.
Yes,
It's food.
Rats. I mean, it's an income stream, and
Yeah,
that's
so you
always
could-
a good
You're
thing.
grinding, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're
don't
a
say you
hard
work with rats.
worker. You're just a hard worker. You love animals,
Yeah.
and I can make a hell of a pizza. I feel.
You could
Is that-
rear life.
Do you have a
Yeah.
profile? Because literally, I just wrote your profile. Like,
Oh yeah. If you
on
go
a-
on a
on a
dating,
dating site,
yeah,
yes.
Lori
Yeah.
got you. Just don't mention the rat. Say animal lover. Don't
Or
say
That's what I
animal
just
lover and
said.
entrepreneur.
That's
yeah.
just what I
Entrepreneur.
said, yes.
Run several businesses.
Yeah.
Fortune 500 rat company.
Yeah.
You
No.
know, top 100 pizza maker in the world.
I'm telling you, you
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
really work that pizza thing.
Yeah, the
because
pizza
that
thing.
that
Loving,
will
nurturing. Yeah, I got
that
you.
will
We're
cover
good,
a
yeah.
thousand sins. Like if
No,
you got
that is
good
true.
pizza. So.
That is true. No, I agree with you. I don't disagree.
So yeah, don't sell
So
yourself.
I think you're
short.
good, but I do want to know if he got laid in the last 34 years.
Yeah, come back with that one, Silver Cash, please.
I'm just curious. Like, when's the last time?
Oh, my
like,
God.
when's the last time? Has it been 2 years, 2 months, last night?
Let us know down in the
Let us
comments.
know down in the
I
comments.
feel it's been a while.
And
You
in the
sound
chat
very
room,
lonely.
in the chat room, you guys go ahead and make your over unders.
Little Focus said, I still need to find someone. Noah suggested a
Ooh.
rodeo, which I did, but I didn't realize it was a high school rodeo.
Oh, jeez, yeah, that's a little
Yeah,
bit.
you gotta be careful
Gotta be
there. You
careful.
don't want to get arrested.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no Hoffa teacher.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Noah's
But
available.
I mean, if it's a high
He's
school
celibate.
rodeo, there's parents
Yeah,
there, so
Noah's
maybe there was some
celibate.
single dads.
Noah's
like,
going to be like Silver Cash. He's going to be 34 years.
Lonely, just
Without
making
anybody.
pizzas.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You think he's going to get someone soon?
I think when the right person comes, it's just going to happen.
Really?
Yeah,
Like head over
married,
heels?
kids,
Yep.
divorced,
Married kids.
all in the
Yeah.
same week.
How many wives do you think over under Noah's going to have?
No, I mean, I just see him with one, but
Yeah, I think you're right. He's a very loyal guy.
He is, and he's got love in his heart.
he loves all in.
Yeah, he's all in with his
He's
love.
not a player, so
Yeah, unlike you.
he finds the. Oh,
I've been searching
is
for your
this-
love. I've been
is-
searching for
all
your
right,
love
are we
for
gonna go
33
there?
years.
Are we just
No,
gonna
no,
It's gonna be a good
no.
podcast.
throw the gloves off and
No,
Let's do
no.
this.
okay?
I just am saying I've been searching for your love for 30 plus years. You're all
Well, then you're looking in the wrong places because it's been here all the
Really?
time.
That's
Yeah.
the cupboard, Brian.
Exactly. I don't know what the hell you're looking for.
I tried to ask her if she'd get my name tattooed on her butt, but she said no.
That is exactly not what you said. You said
I need
that
to know.
you were going to get your name tattooed
Yeah.
on my butt,
Yeah.
and I said no,
No.
absolutely not.
Why? What would it matter?
Why would I? Number one, I have no desire to get a tattoo on my ass at all.
You'll never see it.
And clearly, the last thing I would ever get would be your name on my ass. Like that's just
Clearly, why
What
is
do you
it
mean
clearly? Yeah,
clearly?
what do you mean
What?
clearly?
What you know? What? Why don't
What
we
about a
just why don't we
Cheez-It?
just brand it? Because
That's
that's
all right.
pretty
I'm
much
okay
what
with
you're
that.
saying.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
exactly
We can find somebody.
No.
If you want, yeah. I mean,
If you're a metal worker, leave something down in the
Yeah.
comments. Make
Yeah,
a
let us
Brian
I'm
know.
gonna
brand.
brand
That's a good idea.
something over your forehead.
Brand
How's
bar
that?
check.
brand bar check. Yeah, exactly. No, that's good. All right.
Edward says, catching live first time because
Oh,
it's
nice.
5 a.m. in the morning. I woke
Wow.
up by bad stomach. What a bliss.
Ooh, I'm
Ooh,
terrible.
sorry about that.
5 in the morning. It is 5, so it's 12 hours. Yeah, it could be Australia, huh?
Australia? Is it
no,
NT
what's
Netherlands?
NT? No, Netherlands is definitely not 5 in the morning.
No, you're right.
But NT,
I'm going to look it up.
I don't know what NT is, actually. I'm very curious because it's a 12-hour time difference.
It's Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Heck yeah,
Oh,
dude.
Well,
Taiwanese.
Some
all right,
Taiwan
that's
fans.
cool.
What it gave
Yeah.
you the bad stomach ache? Let us know.
Yeah, well, I
I'm
appreciate
gonna
you
guess
catching
it's
the first
something
live.
ate.
Yeah, Taiwan food can be a little rough at times.
Yeah,
No,
the
it's
Thai.
Some bad
Thai
fish.
food. No, Thai yeah, no, that's
Spicy.
Thailand.
Oh, yeah. Wrong Thai.
Yeah, Taiwan food. I'm assuming Taiwan food's much like China food, right? Because
I'm
I mean,
thinking
it's all the
it's
same. Taiwan, Hong
it's
Kong,
Asian,
right
China.
off
a lot
China,
of
right?
fish related.
Yeah, you
to
got Taiwan, Hong Kong, and China all in the same
Rice.
area. Yeah,
fish.
yeah. Taiwan is off. I think that
He got
I
some
think
bad
didn't the
pufferfish.
Chinese government want to take Taiwan back?
Yes.
Yeah,
You're right.
so
yeah.
probably, it's a lot of Peking duck.
Maybe he ate too much Peking duck.
Maybe ate too much Peking duck. Yeah,
Could be it.
Well, we went to some of those markets, those wet markets in
That was
China,
some
and you could eat
sketch.
some really weird stuff there.
You really didn't try too much crazy, but the people the friends we were with, they're the kind that they want to try anything and everything. And I think even Brian said a couple things got him like, oh, that was a bad choice.
Well, when I was in Indonesia, I went out with my friend Keo and the senator from Indonesia, and you recall me telling you the story about that dinner, right? You know,
Yes.
basically, the senator got us into the Jakarta Zoo when it was closed,
Right.
And we had the whole zoo to ourselves. We did a little. He was like a senator in the government. He still is, but he also was like on their version of Entertainment Tonight. And so he did like a piece with me at the zoo for their version of Entertainment Tonight in Indonesia. And but then he said, I'd like to take you out for a traditional Indonesian dinner, but I'd really like you to eat everything. So many places like
Oh, sorry, I gotta go. My mom's calling.
yeah, so many places in Asia, obviously, and you know this from China, is like you communally eat.
Yes.
You know, you order and
It's
then
all
everyone
shared,
picks off of the plate or the table. And so he ordered stuff. I mean, I ate cow brain. I ate.
I've heard that's really good though.
You know, it was interesting. If you could get past the mental part of it, I told people it was like super concentrated chicken flavor.
Yeah,
Like
really
chicken
tender
flavor,
too, right?
Like, yeah, really tender and like chicken, but like really powerful chicken flavor.
It's so weird.
So it was actually like
A lot of
really
Italians
good.
will eat it.
A
Yeah.
cow brain tastes like chicken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like chicken, and it was like good chicken,
right?
like the best chicken
Yeah.
you could have. You get past it was a brain, and that is kind of mushy. You get
Well,
past that, it's actually not that
Aren't
bad.
you right? Because that's exactly how it is. Because I know me, the same thing is a lot of the weird, whatever bizarre things are more mental than what
Yeah.
the taste is. Because I remember
yeah.
the first time I had escargot or snails.
Yeah,
In reality,
Yeah.
it was the consistency of a mushroom, which I like mushrooms.
Right.
But as I was chewing it, mentally, I just
Yeah.
screwed myself and I was like, I just can't eat this because all I kept thinking of was a snail, even though the reality was it was no different if I was just eating mushrooms out of a can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
that's the same way with like oysters.
Yeah.
You know, like the first time you eat an oyster,
like a
you-
loogie.
it's
Except
like,
I don't
ugh,
like
you
how
know?
those smell. That's why I can't.
I love oysters.
Yeah, no, I know you eat them and I just.
But I had
Smell
I had
turns me
cow spleen. That was that.
Did it
that
have
was,
a taste?
Little
It
less
was,
good.
it was cowy.
Good. Cowie Mundell
What is
over here,
that?
dude.
Yeah,
But it was very
cowy? What is
it was very tough. Also, I
I'm
had
not sure what that means.
I had cow lung as well, which again was chewy, very chewy.
Yeah, I can
So
see
would
that.
that be more like liver? I know you had liver before.
liver's
or
No, but
'Cause it's
liver's
another,
like soft
kinda
though.
organ,
Yeah, but
like-
the liver's soft, like chewy.
And what is a
This is
lung?
like a very tough, like
Really?
almost like jerky, almost like
Really?
tough, yeah.
Okay.
And then what else? I had fish eyes.
Shut up.
Yeah, they pop in your mouth. They go
Oh,
pop.
God, shut the hell
I
up.
swear to God, they pop in your mouth. They're very juicy.
Like little gushers, dude.
Yeah, like gushers. Right?
Nature's
Yeah.
gusher.
But I can tell you, the
So
only thing
gross.
that was like, I tried everything. I didn't necessarily enjoy a lot of it, but I tried it because I said I would.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't bad. The one thing that I did not like is durian, the fruit durian. That was
no.
that was
We
horrible.
had it here.
Yeah,
Actually,
Yeah, that's
and
right, we
it
tried.
was. It
It's
was
horrible.
disgusting.
It tastes
It's like
like
custardy, weird, like oniony custard,
onion,
right?
onion custard is what it basically tastes
That
like.
is
It
not
smells.
good.
No,
It
it's terrible.
smells horrible.
It smells horrible.
Like
It's they call it
death.
the dead.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, in most parts of Indonesia, because everyone loves durian in Indonesia. Why I don't know, but like most hotels, you can't even bring durian in because it's banned.
It
Because they'll
stinks.
stink up the whole
yeah,
place.
It's
No
like
way.
beef jerky on an
Yeah,
airplane.
seriously.
Same
That's
thing.
crazy.
Yeah, but I do beef jerky on an airplane.
I know, because you're an asshole, but it should be banned.
Well, you
because
can't tell the
somebody
difference
in the back opens beef jerky and it smells like someone just shit themselves.
Yeah,
You're
but
like,
there's
"Ugh."
it doesn't matter because when you're on a plane, there's always someone shitting themselves.
Yeah, there's at least
You know what
one.
I mean? It's like it's no different, you know,
Yeah,
than
you're
that.
doing a service. Like, no, it's the jerky that you're
Right, it's
inhaling,
not-
not shit.
Yeah. Which, by the way, before we move on, you guys may see this.
Speaking of
This
shitting yourself.
no.
Oh.
This is some people that comment about what I drink now because I used to drink the coconut drinks all the time. And so this is the first day I've tried this. This is actually I drink water with the little squirty things like the Mayos or whatever you want to call them for flavor. And I tried Orange Crush, and it tastes just like Orange Crush, the soda, but without carbonation.
Okay.
So it's good.
Orange
Wow.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, it's like, well, no, because orange Kool-Aid and Orange Crush doesn't taste the same. It's orange, but that's about it. So it doesn't taste like orange Kool-Aid. It
Sweet.
tastes like
If you make it real sweet.
Maybe.
Real sweet.
It's pretty
orange
sweet
Kool-Aid.
right now.
That's what I'm saying. If you make a real sweet orange
So,
Kool-Aid.
anyways,
it
I'm
tastes
endorsing the Orange Crush squeezy things. That's actually pretty
Have
good.
you had one you didn't like?
Yeah, the blue stuff. It was like blue
raspberry.
Yeah,
or
blue
something?
raspberry, and I like blue raspberry a lot.
I'm surprised.
It was
Some flavor, some artificial blue raspberry is gross.
It was bad. I mean, it was like
cough medicine.
Is it all blue raspberry artificial?
Yeah, but I mean, like some of the
no.
I don't think there's blue raspberries.
No.
Yeah,
no. There's a tree. There's a tree.
we got one out back.
Yeah, there's a tree that does it.
I've never had a raspberry that tasted like blue raspberry.
Never in my life.
But I tell you, like I go to Sonic. That's my go-to. Blue raspberry.
Oh, I know.
Little extra squirt of blue
I
raspberry.
know, because you always had the blue tongue.
Oh, my blue tongue, yeah. Now I've always got the like red lips and stuff
Orange
like that.
tongue, yeah.
like orange tongue, but that's all right. So, anyways,
Malcolm says, "Hey, Brian, Lori, and Jay finally have the opportunity to come to the Reptarium.
awesome.
We'll be driving up from Connecticut Saturday, September 4th. Hope to see you soon."
Nice.
Okay, I will definitely be here Saturday. I will be here Sunday. I will not be here Monday because it's my birthday.
Ooh, doggy.
We're gonna be. It's actually Labor Day weekend too.
Yes.
Oh wow.
But we're gonna be working the weekend, and we're just taking Monday off. Boom. Monday off of that, and it's really not taking my birthday off because if my birthday landed on any other day, I would just work.
Right.
It just happens that it's on Labor Day, and we're
yeah,
taking Monday off,
exactly.
and it's so celebrate.
It's okay
Yeah.
if you did take your birthday.
Yeah,
off.
it's not against the
No,
rules
it'd be,
anymore.
No, it'd be okay, but I'm not 12, so
Yeah,
which
to
is
be
fine.
determined.
Yeah. 12 plus 40.
Our buddy Dakota said from DBCB
Yeah.
Exotics says, "Much love from New England. Just had some world's first tokays hatch recently.
Whoa.
Excited to see how they progress with age."
Well, I can't wait
Us
to
too.
send us pictures,
share
dude.
some
Man,
pictures.
yeah, Dakota's awesome, man.
Yeah, send me some on IG. I'll look for them.
Yeah, I know. He was the one that came out a couple months back, and him and his girl
During the Great
yeah.
Flood.
Yeah, during the Great Flood.
you had to
of-
drive him
of
home.
Utica. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we drove him to the
Gotcha.
airport and stuff
He
like
came
that.
on the podcast.
Yeah, he came on the
Okay.
podcast. Yeah, good dude, man. I like him a lot.
Silver Cash came back and says, "My problem, I'm hella shy, and yeah, I've been laid. Yeah, the rats and snakes I got to keep on the DL."
So I'm wondering.
He said he's been laid, but
Yeah.
that doesn't have a time limit.
So my question is, did you pay for it? Did he pay?
I see 5 years here.
It says 5 years.
I think so.
Damn, do we know anyone that we could?
Yeah, we got a couple.
That
people.
yoga chick. We could.
Yo, shots fired. Zip.
I'm just saying, let's do our brother a solid.
And it'll work. It'll work. For sure.
Be good, man. We'll get you in the yoga mat.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
All right.
Line your chakras. Timothy says, "Cleaning the yellow anacondas and listening. Just
Whoa.
ordered a pair of Brazilian rainbow boas.
Oh, nice.
I'm excited to get back into them. Brian, our birthdays are coming up September 6th.
Ah, see, we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Me and you together,
Birthday
Timothy,
brothers.
and that's
There you
awesome.
go.
And yellow anacondas, that's dope. I thought about yellow anacondas.
Have you?
But
Then let's just
but-
keep it there.
Yeah. I don't.
You have
I don't,
already
Yeah.
more than enough anacondas.
Yeah, it's the anacondarium.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
We're
it's
good.
so yeah, we'll think
They are
about
beautiful, awesome.
that. They are
good.
really pretty
We're
though.
good.
I wish most of the time the problem I think with yellow anacondas, and Timothy's may be different than most, but they're usually not real tame.
Yeah. We
like
had
well
one.
greens aren't typically.
We
it's,
had
you
one
know,
back in the day, and it was
we had a
mean
few.
as
Remember, we
shit.
used to produce them. Yeah, we
so mean.
remember. I always say one of the best. I bred them 2 or 3 years in a row. We had like 3 or 4 females actually, because we had 2, 3, 4 litters a year for like 2 or 3 years. I don't know when we got rid of them. I think we got rid of them when we started doing ball pythons and we
When
downsized
you
our big
kinda
snakes.
Came to your senses.
But I always say one of the best investments I ever made was actually, and you may or may not remember this, I had a guy come up to me at the
agree.
Columbus, Ohio reptile show,
Okay.
and he had a gravid female yellow anaconda. And he was like, listen, this girl dropped 15 babies for me last year. She's gravid right now, but I'm moving and I can't take her. And he goes, I'll sell it to you for $200. And so I bought this. Who knows if she was gravid, right? I was like, whatever. So I paid $200. It's a big old female, 11, 12 footer, which is big for an anaconda. Took her home. 3 days later, she had 22 baby anacondas.
What a
22
clutch.
baby, and at the time they weren't real expensive. They were like $125. So I probably made like, $2,700 in a week.
Yeah, that's that.
In
No,
like
that's
one,
a good
like
turnaround.
so even though that isn't the most money I've ever made on snakes, but I'm just saying
a good deal.
It was a great deal.
Probably one of
I
the
did
better
none
investments.
I did none of the work and got
Right.
all of the benefit.
Yeah, you bought. What did you say? How many were in the clutch?
22.
So you bought 23 anacondas for $200.
Yeah, for $200.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. And they sold well. I mean, snakes were so differently priced back then. That's the one thing I was just talking to Lori about this yesterday about like albino checkered garter snakes.
Yeah.
Like you go on Morph Market and they're like $200.
Oh my gosh.
For an albino checkered garter
Yeah,
snake.
yeah.
I mean, like we were hard pressed to get $35 for them.
Yeah.
Listen, I know when I go through our website and stuff like that to like update and do new things, and we have something that say we haven't had in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And when you look at that price, it's just like, damn, we were trying to give these away 4
Yeah.
or 5 years ago.
Yep.
Pretty
I
much.
wonder, I mean, what do you think's going to happen with that? Do you think that it's like these are the new prices, or are these inflated prices that won't sustain?
So there's definitely some inflation in there, but the reality is, because the pet trade is opening up so much,
Yeah.
I think it gives more value, to stuff like that. So it's only better for the animals when they do cost more, because the more that you put into something, the more value it has.
Yeah, more,
You know what I
agree, I
mean?
agree.
So I'm not saying everything has to be super expensive, but I definitely look at it that standpoint that
Yeah.
it is definitely better that animals aren't selling for
20
10,
bucks, yeah.
15 bucks.
Yeah, it's kind of like when ball pythons,
You
like
know?
normal ball pythons are like almost $100 now or something like
Yes.
that.
Right.
When they
And
used to be
back
like
in the
$15.
day,
Yeah, I was gonna say
exactly.
$20, $30,
Yeah,
yeah.
and at that point, that's a disposable animal. At
Yeah,
that
to
price
somebody,
point.
yeah.
To
To,
some-
to
not-
a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of people.
No,
it
you're
is,
not wrong.
because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to have that. I think.
It's why when you adopt like a dog or cat, they make you pay,
Yes.
usually $400 to $600.
Well, that's why when
you
people
know?
say, can I get a snake for free? I always say, it's not that I don't want to give you a snake. It's that I want you to pay for a snake.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you pay for a snake, you're going to care about it. If it not, I mean, that doesn't always stand
No,
true.
and
but
yeah.
more
No,
likely,
but
I
the
mean,
same
if you
thing.
get it for free,
has-
you're kind of like, I don't care about this.
Yeah, I
whatever.
agree.
Okay. And people do unfortunately still look at some reptiles as like disposable
Yeah.
animals. When you buy a dog or a cat, not everybody, but most people, when they buy a dog or a cat, it's like a companion for life.
Yeah.
Reptiles.
You're not going to throw it in the dumpster
Yeah,
most of the
sometimes
time.
reptiles aren't seen the same way, but
Sure.
But I wonder what's going to happen with the market. I think it's an interesting. I saw that Noodle fam who came to visit us as well.
Yes.
She posted. She's a vet tech, and she posted a series of stories talking about how like with articles attached to it that was like an explosion of pets in the market since COVID, and the downside is that is now called for a shortage of vets and vet techs. So there's like this huge as a matter of fact, who was telling me, Jay, did you hear this?
What's that?
Where there was a clinic here that is a nationally run clinic that's a 24-hour vet clinic, and they took, gosh, I wish I could remember. It was a guy, and they took like his girlfriend or wife or whatever it was, literally like went to another state. They like paid her to go to another state, making huge.
Oh, I didn't hear this.
Like
No.
huge money. I mean, they were paying her like she was making like say $500 a week here, and they were paying her like $2,000 a week to go to Florida and work. And they shut the 24-hour one down. It's still a vet thing, but they don't have enough staff to run it. So now it's only 8 hours a day, even though it's a 24-hour vet. It's only 8 hours a day.
Wow.
And we
Well-
experienced that a little bit with our dog.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's a combination of loss of laborers in general. And
where'd they
then,
go?
And then the way that, so a vet is run much like a medical thing too, to where, they shut it down. They don't let people in. They don't, you know what I mean? They're running things very weird too, which I think also makes for the problem of not being able to do it too. So I think it's twofold. Like they're running things different than they used to, which makes them less available, and they probably are short staffed just like we are too. Like, you know what I mean? Just like most businesses are. Where did all the people go?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out is like restaurants are short. These people are short. Like everyone is short of everything.
I don't know of
like,
a business who is not short on help, and there's
and it's like my question is where did they go?
there,
Where
yeah.
did they go? I mean, was it like the blip in the Avengers?
I
mean, what happened?
I literally feel like yes, Thanos just flip the thing and
The
a
rapture
good,
happened.
Right,
We didn't know.
Exactly.
We're all stuck here, you mean?
Something happened.
Yeah, we're the ones that didn't
What
make
the
it.
fuck you mean?
We did not. We drew the short
Yeah,
stick.
we did not make the rapture. Damn it.
Sorry,
I always
guys.
knew that this was going to happen.
Yep.
I thought
I thought it was a thunderstorm last night. That was everyone getting sucked into the air, dude.
sucked
So,
into,
I mean,
yeah.
I think looking back, this is definitely going to be shit for the history books. And then I can't wait for the hindsight for the explanation behind this,
I
because
just
it'll
wonder,
come one day.
Yeah, for us, I agree with you. I'm curious about all of that, but I'm just real curious about what the market's going to do with reptiles right now, because there's been, last year was everyone I know, from supply people to breeders to anyone that had anything to do with reptiles, rodent suppliers, bugs. I mean, our bug guy tells us that he's so busy that, my gosh, they can't even keep up with the bug orders. Dubia roaches has been down a few times with it. It's like, hey, we just can't supply, so we're not shipping this week to get our colony back up or whatever. So you wonder if that can sustain itself.
Definitely not.
And if it doesn't sustain itself, where do prices go? Where do albino garters they're not going back to $35, but if they're $200 now, do they come back to $125, or do they stay at $200 forever? I don't
just
know.
wonder if they stay at 200, but the value of 200 just gets cheaper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because during the pandemic, if you give trillions of dollars out, it just trickles to everybody, right?
Yeah.
But once that becomes just part of our inflation, then 200 will be worth 125.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
it
no,
might
it's
stay
true.
the same ticket number though.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is. I'm just happy because, I didn't know. I was worried about a very severe correction.
Right.
And the demand, the demand not even being there for them because of how good a year last year was. And that's definitely not the case.
Yeah. But I think we're still in
sales
the-
are
yeah,
good. Sales are
yeah.
strong. Prices, are pretty staying level. There's no huge drop-offs. So that part is good. Now, and like you said, we'll just see how it maintains over the course of the year.
because I think we're still in the slight artificial economy.
Pump,
you know?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, we don't have the stimulus, but we have. They're giving money to people with kids.
I know.
They're still giving the unemployment till next month. I think the unemployment ends next month, but they just like everything,
push it
they'll
again,
probably
yeah.
push it again, just like they did with the moratorium on evictions and stuff like that. I was talking to Tony, of course, that owns a bunch of a friend of mine that owns a bunch of properties, and he was talking about how you can't evict anybody.
Yeah,
they could
so
just
how
not pay
does-
for 18 months,
So
and you just don't have.
This
You can't
is
do
the
anything.
whole thing. Okay, so you're giving the moratorium on evicting. Are you giving help to the people who own these
So this
things?
is what this is what he
that are
told
getting
me.
no income.
People that know the system
are getting
are
it.
getting it.
Yeah.
But 99% of landlords aren't getting any assistance
Because
at all.
this is the
And they're
whole
just
thing.
literally he was telling me about friends he knew that like literally had millions of dollars worth of property, and they lost it all because they had to still pay their mortgage.
Yeah, they had to pay the mortgage for someone else
But
to live
everyone
there.
else just stopped paying their rent, and so they lost everything.
Well, isn't it
No.
though? So doesn't that extend on, because I felt like that was shut off on foreclosures too, though, right?
Well,
they
yeah,
weren't
but they
letting
still-
them
right.
foreclose on the properties.
right, but they still, their credit was gone, and they just let the house go back to the bank because they can't pay their mortgage. They couldn't. There's no way they could pay it, and so theoretically, now that property isn't even theirs, but yet the people in it can't be evicted. So now
This
it's
is
and that's why the
thing
banks,
that's
I think, are
insane to me is when you make these decisions and these choices without thinking the trickle down. Honestly, if you're we're putting a Band-Aid here, but then what does this affect? And what does this affect? And what this, if you're going to put a Band-Aid, it needs to go all the way down, right?
And then I
otherwise,
just keep
what
thinking,
the hell?
how is that going to implicate the reptile market? What does that happen when the all of the false economy goes?
When all the people get evicted?
I mean,
Well, there'll be a lot of
yeah.
people evicted, and then all the people that have 5 kids that were, the guy, people, some of the, this is a very generalization. So if you have 5 kids and you're getting help, I don't mean this is potentially you, but there were plenty of families that had 5 kids that were barely paying their bills. And now they're getting $6,000 a month.
Yep.
And they're living high on the hog to do nothing, to just stay home.
Right, and then that inflates, theoretically, it goes through everything, right? Because that inflates, say, your business because more people buy snakes, and then you go inflate someone else's business because you buy something else,
Yeah.
and
Look
it's
at
it takes a
building
while.
cost, yeah.
It might take 5 years for us to not, or maybe two to 5 years for us to not notice all the changes that happen. You know
Well,
what I'm
let's
saying?
hope it takes that long.
Yeah,
What we
yeah.
hope is that it doesn't fall off the cliff, like you said. Let's hope that.
Well, I'm sure that's what the government's trying to do is to
taper.
to not to not have that
keep fluffing it for a little bit.
Because that's not good for anybody.
No, it isn't. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I hope that snakes continue to be popular. And maybe the good news of this is that so many people were stuck at home. They discovered snakes or reptiles, and now they're going to be reptile lovers for the rest of their life. And even if the market, corrects in pricing a little bit, there'll still be the demand that's exponentially higher because of the
love for it.
Yeah, because people were home and they're like, I might as well get a snake.
Yeah, and then like, oh my God, I fell way in love with it. Now I want more snakes.
Just like the shirt I was wearing earlier. I had a reptile dysfunction.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Our buddy Jason from More Mixology says, hey, Snake fam, cleaning and moving tubs, selling a bunch of stuff, and getting more focused. Plus, it's my 4-year anniversary. 9 years together, crazy. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations. And I saw that he was selling a lot. I saw Jason was selling a lot of his projects, and I'm glad that you came on to clarify what that was about, because obviously you're just trying to focus on the things that, much like I've talked about. I want to focus more on the things that I'm really excited about, and maybe not produce as much of the stuff that's just kind of fringe animals and stuff like that. And of course, we're going in a little bit of a different direction just with expansion and all the other stuff. So we need to clear up time, energy, space, all that type of stuff. So, but that's going to happen sooner than later, hopefully.
So this is awesome, guys. We're setting people up.
I literally just saw
Little Bogus says, Silver Cash, come to New England and we'll go on a date.
Oh,
wait a
she gave you the
second.
licky face.
Okay.
Ooh.
How about Little Bogus come visit?
Yeah, Little Bogus. You could come here in a couple weekends.
Yeah, this won't be awkward at all.
And then you'll literally get to see the pizza being made.
The
he
pizza.
can woo you with the skills.
Oh, you get wooed, man. I'm telling you. I'm going to be wooed. I might.
Hey, we might change up the dates on that thing a little bit. Huh?
Silver Cash may get lucky just with me if you make a good enough pizza.
Well, you're not lying there.
It's the pink shirt talking. Stop.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, listen, I'm all right.
It's the pizza talking.
Yeah, it is the pizza talking.
I mean, you
a good
trust
pizza
me.
Goes a long way.
It does for me. It's definitely, seriously, that's my my one weakness in life.
That's it. Real Deal says, hey, boss, I binged all your old Snake Talk podcasts. Wow. I have learned you're very good at guess the stock market, like 9 out of 10 prediction you made come true.
Well, thank you so much.
Interesting.
The problem I have with this is that I predict a lot of in particular stock stuff. Of markets, and I don't personally invest.
Pull the trigger, yeah.
And
then I look back and I go like, it's just like cryptocurrency. I've been looking at Cardano for since it was 80 cents, and let me check right now what it is. So at 80 cents, I wanted to buy Cardano. And I've been saying that's the crypto. I think Ethereum is also. I would rather buy Ethereum than Bitcoin, to be totally honest with you.
And it's at least being used for something,
But it's $2.72. And we're talking about almost 400%.
Yep.
Up since Ethereum's at 3,200. I think Ethereum could go to 10, 15 grand, 20 grand.
Yeah, it's being utilized. Yeah,
it's being utilized. So much stuff is based in Ethereum. The one thing I will give you some advice. I think NFTs, you can make a lot of money on.
Did you just see Tory Lanez? He's a rapper. Did you, dude? So he's so. I mean, he was like first on the bandwagon. So he made his new album an NFT album.
Nice, beautiful.
So meaning he only 1 million copies sold, and now you, the fan that just
you
bought
have
that,
number 1 out of 1 million, number 2 out of 1 million,
and now
3.
you can sell it to all like the other fans for way more money. So he's like, I'm helping you guys out, you're helping me out, and it sold out within like less than 2 minutes.
So we're talking about launching some NFT stuff. Oh, I just let that out of the bag, but that's all right. I like this. The women of something. Gosh darn it! What the hell is it? I can't remember what it is. It's women of something on NFT. Like maybe women of NFTs. I think might be the name of the company. They have their NFTs are sold out right now, and they're only on the OpenSea secondary market. But what they're doing, I think, is really interesting. Is that so the way NFTs work? Like let's say this artist.
Yeah.
Is that he's getting money in perpetuity, right? So every time he sells that, he sells a million copies, and then every person that sells,
I buy one, sell it to Chaveo.
He gets a percentage of that sale. Maybe it's only 2 or 3%,
but it might go up from being a $20 album to a $200,000 album.
Yeah, if it's a $200,000, he's getting 2% of $200,000. Well, this woman of NFTs, I like what they do, and I'm thinking about doing this. Is every month they split 50-50. all the people that have bought that NFT. So if you put out 1,000 NFTs and the secondary market is strong, you could then do one of two things. Either split the 50, I've been thinking one of two things. Split the 50% profit with everyone. Everyone gets a share. So if the NFTs explode in value, everyone gets a percentage of that explosion.
Drive the initial sale
right?
too.
And then, of course, that drives other people to want to buy the NFTs because now they have a percentage, right? As soon as you sell that NFT, you don't get any royalties anymore. It's whoever owns the NFT. But the other thing that I thought might even be just as cool, maybe cooler to be honest with you, what if we give 50% of the perpetuity to USARK?
Ooh.
So now if that market goes up, we're supporting USARK. And that could be thousands or tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
Yeah.
But they're like a rock, an NFT rock. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It sold for $1.4 million.
And it's not even a nice rock.
It's just like a picture. It's
so
like a cartoon
bad.
rock. Just because people are.
But
No.
I mean, what made it do
That's
that?
the rock.
This is
right
the
there.
rock right here.
Ether rock. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like
It's
a
just
baseball card.
Yeah, it's just like people are collecting them.
or artwork.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
that's
know.
Ether
It's
rock.
crazy. And was it
There
called
has
World
to
of
be-
Women,
There
Brian?
has to be.
Yeah,
a
maybe it's World of
story.
Women. Yeah,
I
I think
found
it's
it.
World of
Yeah.
Women. Yeah, World
Yeah,
of Women.
50% of all profits
Behind-
generated by the W. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So World of Women. Yeah. So that's it. So I wanted to. I was really looking at World.
Look
of
at
But
Lori's
listen,
face. She's
but
like, it's
listen.
a fucking rock.
Okay, so do me a favor.
Yeah.
Go to. I'm sorry, guys. We're doing this. OpenSea.com.
Okay.
Or yeah. Go to OpenSea.com.
Got it.
OpenSea.com. Yeah. NFT. Whatever it is. Yeah. So
Got you, Brian.
let's see here. Yep. Go and then search. I want to buy this. Search.
Oh, no way.
VEE friends
Okay.
snake.
Oh, no way. Really?
Yeah. Look at this, man. I want to buy this NFT so bad.
Is this the one?
Any of them. I mean, they're all available.
Dude.
But look at what they're going for right now. They're going for about $15,000.
What?
About $15,000.
Oh, this one, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
15 grand for that
Yeah.
one.
Well, you figure most are,
Why?
like 13 ether.
Oh, okay.
7.5 ether.
So I don't understand. It makes sense if it actually is something good.
That's cool as shit.
No, it's not. That's the dumbest thing.
Look at
It
this one
looks
here.
like
Look
a
at the 13. Look at
3-year-old
the.
did it.
I like that one right there is badass.
Oh, because
click
you
on
just
that.
put it on a drippy background.
Click on that and then see how much
That
that
is
is. That's
not
13 ether, so $41,000.
$41,000, Lori.
Why? It's
We
not
don't
even a
know.
good
No one
drawing.
knows. It's
I'm
the same
telling
thing
you.
as Bitcoin, where everyone thinks they know, but no one knows.
But I'm telling you, that right there, if you invested $41,000
You're a
into that,
moron.
no. If you did
Yeah.
that, if you $41,000, that mark my words. People say I'm good at stuff. Let's put a tag on this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And let's come back to this in 3 months.
Okay.
I guarantee you that's worth $250,000. That'll be worth $250,000 3 months from now, guaranteed. No response.
I have nothing to say. It's literally doesn't even make any
But I
sense.
want to buy that. Can I buy it for $40,000?
No, I'll draw it for you.
No. But it doesn't. You drawing it doesn't make it
I'll
worth
draw
anything.
a better one for you.
Yeah, but it's not.
and make
it's
it
not-
an NFT.
You're gonna mint an NFT.
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
teach you.
If you can mint an NFT, you're good. Then I'll buy it.
I mean, I can make a better one than that.
But it won't be worth $250,000 in 3 months.
What we would do would not be that piece of shit, right? It would actually
Well,
be something.
let me show you what we're doing now.
Actually, what we're gonna do is punch up cyberpunks.
I would just think,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
got you,
understand that. I understand, like, okay, if something is truly like
like an art piece, yeah.
art-worthy, or if it's actual like photos, like cool pictures or photos, but
So
like
just do
stupid,
an image of cyberpunk.
stupid shit like that.
So this is gonna be more like what we're gonna do.
oh, shut the hell up!
But in snake form.
So you're doing Minecraft shit.
It's cyberpunk stuff, but we're gonna do snakes.
Oh
but that's just the beginning. The beginning. There's gonna be actual like beautiful
Why
pictures.
Are we having? Why are we
There'll
having
also be
conversation
beautiful
on
thank you for the
podcast?
serenity that.
There'll also be.
I need more ashwagandha. Like, right
Yeah, we
now,
gotta get that
whole
Ganda.
freaking-
We will also in October launch snake packs. And that'll be a pack of 10 actual pictures of animals. That'll be really beautiful.
But I do
pictures.
get you, Laura. Like if it was like a really complex piece of art, like if I was to buy an NFT, I'd buy like a piece of art that was digital. I agree.
But look at what
These are like cards, though.
Any one of these cyberpunks, what do you think they go for? Take a guess. Just take a guess.
Well, since any child on any type of computer can make this.
No, they can't.
No, they can.
They not cyberpunks.
Listen. Yes, they can.
All right, so just
this
get
is
to the
literally
question.
Minecraft
Get to the
shit.
question. How much does that cost?
Oh God, I mean, I'm being generous when I say $1.
Holy shit! All right, so go Cyberpunk NFT cost. No, just put cost on the end the end of this right
Or
there.
price.
Yeah, or price or
It's
whatever.
Right there.
So and just whatever. $11.8 million for an NFT Cyberpunk.
Well, Cyberpunk is a genius because
Or I'm sorry, it's CryptoPunk. It's not actually.
Okay, yeah.
It's my
a
fault.
Genius
It's okay.
because that's
And look at this.
the
Is
most
first ever NFT sold for $1.747 million.
Yep.
That's Sotheby's auction. Sotheby's auction is selling CryptoPunks.
good for him.
Do you know the world? We live in the Matrix, dude.
Good for him because that.
But
is
listen,
just
I have been
insane.
following people that bought CryptoPunks for $200,000 a month ago and sold them for $1.2 million a month later. $1 million profit in 1 month.
Well, those are people who obviously already have a lot of money if they're paying that much to start.
Well,
with for them.
$41,000 is a deal for a snake, for a steadfast V-friend snake.
That's not for a live snake, let alone that. Like
I'm
that's
just
never
saying.
a deal for anything.
Listen, if I bought that for $41,000 and it came to $250,000,
it's not even
in
a
3
deal
months,
for a car.
3 months from now, it's worth
It's crazy.
$250,000. That's a deal.
No.
You make 200 grand in 3 months.
I mean, whatever. This is the fantasy. This is what we were just talking about. This is the alter reality freaking world that we live in of magic money that doesn't make any sense and people sitting on their ass and just getting paid to stay home and making
crypto boom.
making this shit. That's where
That's where they all
everybody
went.
is.
They went to the moon with Dogecoin.
They're making
They went
these
to the moon.
stupid things that take 2 seconds to do a retarded here we go, put some dots and make a thing NFT. Oh, I just got $1 million. That's why people aren't working. Clearly,
I think she might be onto something.
Clearly, can we do some research on this? Because damn, here's our answer.
all right, so guys, just let me know what you think in the comments.
I'm gonna do some
shit.
research now because I think I'm onto something.
No, I'm telling you, trust me.
Yeah.
So we have some NFT stuff coming, so you can get involved in that.
I'm gonna look at it and make sure it's worth a shit.
It's going to be fine. Sue is doing the drawing. She's doing the drawing.
I'm gonna reach out to Sue.
Okay.
I'm gonna get first approval.
Yeah. Okay. But anyways, we got some stuff coming. So thank you for your see 9 out of 10 times. 9 out of 10 times I'm 50% right. I'm 50% right 9 out of 10 times.
What are you, Sex Panther?
Yes, exactly.
Edward says, I watch every podcast afterwards. Best podcast on YouTube. And yes, I come from the same place as Taiwanese beauty snakes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Freezy. It's
I love those.
Orthriophorus teniera freezy.
I love when you talk dirty on
Exactly.
this podcast.
Nobody knows what
Yeah.
you're saying. Orthorhophius.
Orthriophorus
Yeah.
tenieris. Freezy. Taiwan beauties are cool. We have a couple. We have Chinese beauties? We have just one Taiwan
Yeah, I
beauty.
think it's the albino Taiwan
Yeah.
beauty, right?
Oh, and we have a calico, but that's a Chinese beauty.
Ah.
Yeah, so those are
The
teniera.
Taiwan is actually a normal.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
The
But the
Taiwans
other-
get the largest. They're the
Yeah.
Freezy get the largest, and then the teniera stay a little bit smaller. Yeah, and then there's tenieris Ridley Eye, and there's a whole bunch of tenieris that
We
are
used to
really
have
nice. We used
all
to have
of
all of
them,
them. Yeah, we
yes.
used to breed them all. They had, of course, the blue beauties. Can you
Yes.
punch in a blue beauty snake?
Yeah.
These things
Those
are
are
They are
they're from
beautiful.
Vietnam. They're one of my favorites of all of them. Blue beauty snake. Yeah, there it is. Look at how beautiful that snake is right there.
Oh my
man.
god! And it's like such a cool blue too. You
Yeah,
know?
just I mean that one's a little bit photoshopped on the end. That blue one.
Yeah.
What, this one down here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's a
no.
little photoshopped.
But this is a good one,
But
right?
yeah, those are
that's pretty
legit.
ideal.
Yeah, those are legit. Those are
What a
beautiful.
cool color,
And
that's
we
steel
bred those
blue.
for years.
Yep.
But that's what I was saying. When we were breeding them, they were selling for like $75.
Yeah.
Now they're like a blue beauty is like $500,
Yeah.
$400 or $500. Captive bred. So, and I don't know what Taiwans are. I haven't seen Taiwans in forever. I bet you they're at least $200, $300, $400.
Oh yeah, I would imagine. For what everything's going
Yeah,
for.
and then
yeah.
we got that calico. I think that one it's actually albino calico.
Oh, that's right. You just got that. I remember.
So
that.
that one's
that
really
female?
dope. Yeah, that one's really dope. So we got to somehow breed that one. So, okay.
Family Bite says, "Yay, live again. It's 7 a.m. and the baby is feeding."
Nice. Well, that's good. 7 a.m.
I was
Let's see.
like,
7 a.m. Where would you be? So that's 10 hours the other way. 7 a.m. I don't know
Over
where
the
they would
UK?
be.
Over on that
No,
side?
because that's they're later than us. In the UK right now, it's about midnight. Yeah, it's about midnight right now.
Well, where are
so,
you? Let us
so
know.
where in the heck is 7 a.m.?
It's got an
What about
A.
like Australia?
Well, so Australia, possibly Australia. Yeah, because I mean, there's places that are 14 hours difference.
Yeah, that's
you know?
true.
So yeah, it's possible. Yeah. Well, good morning, and get that baby on that titty. On that teat.
You channeling your inner Noah.
Yeah. Timothy says, Brian, only 2 of my yellows I would trust to let anyone hold, but the newest female is a firecracker.
Yeah.
LOL. When I get some babies, I'll bring you a pair for some CB mangroves.
Ooh.
No, don't bring us any pears, and I will give you CB.
No, you will
mangroves.
not get. You will not get my
Talk
CB.
to me. What was your name?
It was
I got
Timothy.
you.
Timothy.
I got you.
Timothy.
And he's been here before.
You
I
will
know
have to
that.
pry those out of my dead hands.
He won't even know.
Yeah. No, I've been working on this group for a long time, and I'm on the cusp of
being the leader of mangroves.
I will one day take over the world with mangrove snakes. Boegia.
And you have the option to too. Just talk to me.
No, don't talk to Lori. She hates you.
Simple Man says, sending a little love. Money's a little tight right now.
Oh,
No
thanks,
problem,
brother.
Mrs.
I
Simple
appreciate
Man.
it. Listen, man, we appreciate you, and listen, you've done a lot for us, so we
it's all
appreciate
love.
you. Yeah, we love you. You can hang out anytime. Send us 50 cents, and you can hang out with us.
Yeah. Real Deal says, y'all are short-staffed. I will volunteer. Just let me pick y'all brain.
All right. Well, there you go. Well, where you live. Where you live.
Send your resume to Lori.
Yeah, send your resume. And I wouldn't say we're a little short-staffed. Not real. I mean, we'd like to hire another Reptarium open hours person.
Yeah.
And I think like BHB might need somebody else-ish, for short term. But we're not. We're better than most companies.
Oh,
is
yeah.
what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
like we're not struggling. We're not like like, oh my God, we can't.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're doing okay with that. But the fact to fill even the holes that we had took a lot more than normal for sure to find people. So
Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult for sure.
Boss Sam says, because they make about $1,000 a week on unemployment.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And that's what I'm saying. They're going to take away that unemployment benefit. It's supposed to be in September, which is just a couple of days away. But it will be interesting if they kick that can down the road as well and go, well, we'll go till the end of the year or something like that. Which is the thing I don't understand about that is like, there is no problem with unemployment right now. Anyone that wants a job can find a job.
Yeah,
When they were giving that unemployment benefit, I understood because some people couldn't work.
Yeah, like essential only.
Yeah,
or
like if
whatever.
they were a
Well, that's the
restaurant,
thing.
they just couldn't
Exactly.
work. So you don't want those people to lose their houses and everything. So
And now we
you're
have
helping.
the opposite problem is businesses are having a hard time being open because they can't get the people
Yeah.
to work the jobs. It's not,
literally,
what I mean?
we went to a restaurant, Famous Dave's, a couple weeks back, and literally 80% of their tables were empty. And literally they were like an hour and a half wait. Because they didn't have
they only had
Wow.
the two servers.
they had like 2 people in the entire place.
serving everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
exactly.
And not
Wow.
only
They could
serving, they
only-
were also doing bartending too.
Wow.
She was a server, a bartender, and a hostess all at the same time. And so she's like, it's going to be about 2 hours. And literally 80% of the tables were empty.
Wow.
And so, yeah. So like I said, I could understand. I think it was right to give people
At
that
first.
benefit because
first.
people
But
were
it's-
not.
yeah.
But now places are dying for help. You need to stop giving that benefit because
businesses stay
so
around.
businesses can actually operate.
Before
and-
everyone's unemployed.
Yeah, before. I mean, listen, there's a fucking wing shortage, and that's what I'm really worried
Yeah,
about.
and that's why we're so up in arms about
And
this
that's why I'm
unemployment
so-
bullshit.
That's why I'm so upset.
You know?
Get someone out there and make some chicken
is
wings.
taking all their unemployment and buying all the wings.
bullshit.
What the hell? You hoarding the fucking chicken wings now?
Done, dude.
Come on.
Done with this country.
If there's one thing that I care about in life, it's pizza and wings.
Yeah. Yeah. Louder.
Everybody else, I don't care about you. Damn.
Yeah, but I don't care about you at all.
You can keep your ribs.
Yeah.
Just want my wings and my pizza.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Let Rose Bird says, except for my tarantulas and occasional fish, I've never bought a pet. I think a lot has to do with how people are raised, and unfortunately, we live in a very throwaway generation.
No, and listen, I agree with you. You are an outlier.
Yeah,
right?
and I've gotten most of my animals for free too.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, and I'm not chastising anyone. Obviously, we've gotten some animals for free over the years, of course, most of which we've paid for. But my point is I think that we don't want to contribute to that like potential of and
it's just like we've said before with giveaways and stuff like that. We would never want to give away an animal because as a prize,
right?
Because
now are you going to have enough money to buy a tank and a hot rock or heat pad or whatever the case may be?
Because I mean, fact and point. Look at the fair, and when you'd win the goldfish or something like that, how many of those things make it even home?
None. Or bunny rabbits. Bunny rabbits at Easter.
For a while there was stuff with that too. I think it's changing because of whatever. But the chicks, you know what I mean? And that's the thing.
I love those baby chicks. Those chicks are nice.
If it's something that's live, you can't devalue
we could do that,
it.
actually. We could buy a bunch of those little baby chicks, raise them up, and now we got all the chicken wings we need.
Oh, I see where you're at. Yeah, thinking in the future.
Who's going to take care of those?
It doesn't matter. I remember we had Red Rooster.
Who's going to take care of the chickens?
We had Red Rooster.
Speedy
will take care of them.
Kill the chickens and cut them
Bruce
up to get
your
Bruce
can do that.
Bruce will do that.
We'll let Bruce do that.
Bruce will kill them and chicken them up.
All right, next.
I won't do it.
Next.
Silvercat says, I'm staying at the Holiday Inn. So there you go, ladies.
Show
up.
Little bogus. We'll get the room number. You show up, slip in there.
Just be careful because Mac Attack's going to be there too. You don't want to step into a Mac Attack like that.
Oh, man.
Hell yeah.
Bogus.
What if they got married? Like, well, imagine though. Like all off the show.
Then
that'd be crazy.
We'd have to have the wedding here at the rep.
Someone asked me just recently if we'd do a wedding here.
I saw that.
We get that a lot.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, you need to talk to me first.
Well, I'd do it, man. I'd be the.
There'd be a tour going on.
You need to talk to me.
I'd be the minister.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Did you do the course and all that stuff?
No, I didn't, but I could.
You should. You should do it.
It's like $100 course or something like that I could do it. Someone asked me to do it once before.
You got plenty of free time.
But
I do it.
I said no because I wasn't interested. But if they do it here at the Reptarium,
that's a whole nother thing. Pin in it, because again, you're just opening up a can of worms that has not been.
If I did the wedding,
weddings at the Reptarium, we would have to price point and figure out how the logistics, what the price would be.
It's a venue then,
Do you think if I did it, would I wear the little priest collar?
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Maybe just a white snake around your neck.
No, you would wear the rainbow gay suit.
Oh, that'd be really nice.
I like that.
That was a Lucky Charms shirt. Or what was that?
No,
that was
Easter,
that was
dude.
Easter.
Yeah, Lucky Charms I'll take.
That was
but
Easter.
not Easter.
We already looked that up on the podcast.
Yeah, it was
Easter. What it was, and it was the
Easter.
Gay Pride rainbow.
It was an Easter suit, by the way.
No, it wasn't.
But I don't have
the colors bled.
Yeah,
in the wash.
Yeah. When I ordered it,
it was pastel before, but now it's a little different.
Listen, I have no problem. I'll march in the Gay Pride.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. I'm right there with you.
I'd be happy to. I'd do it proudly. Let's go.
Say it for what it is. It is not Easter.
I thought it was Easter. I thought it was Easter.
Which is crazy.
To me,
so crazy to me, dude.
It still reminds me
Nowhere,
of Easter.
anywhere on the packaging did it ever say Easter.
It's rainbow. That's the craziest part.
Nothing to do with Easter.
If you came in with like a duck suit on, I'd be fine with that. Yeah.
Bunnies, pastel colors, like
an egg or two, something.
Exactly.
Yeah. We'll have
so many different options that could have possibly been Easter. That was never.
Well, we'll just have to agree to disagree.
Chris says, haven't seen it live in such a long time. Let's go.
Hey, Chris, what's going on? What's happening,
Hope you're
DZ?
enjoying it. I don't think anybody really thinks that we can give good advice on relationships.
Not even one person.
No, I think we only had Silver Cash.
We had Silver Cash. It wasn't really advice. It was more like he wanted us to set
It's more
him
of a
up with
confession.
But we possibly set him up. So
I hope so. I tell you what. I mean, he deserves it,
But yeah, I guess nobody
he works
else,
hard, man.
Nobody else thinks that we have good relationship advice.
Yeah.
You don't think this is a good thing.
Yeah, go figure. See if you
we could tell you what not to do.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go there.
Daniel says, "Hey Brian, I want to take the time to answer question a while ago to say thank you about the butter and lesser question. My question is Superform Bell, is it better as a super butter or mix it with Mojave?
That's a great question. I think that
That's what you want.
I think
right?
that really Mojave butter / lesser or butter lesser, whatever you want to call it, are almost the same. Like I think back in the day that mattered, because you could take a cheaper Mojave that costs a lot less and breed it to a more expensive lesser and get blue-eyed leucisticus. Now butters and lessers and Mojaves are so similarly priced. They're almost the same price that I don't know that it matters. I mean, I think that maybe the lesser butter is slightly more sought after, but it really does look almost the same.
Better is price or better as looks?
Probably
because I was thinking, do any of them tend to have a little bit more yellow than others? Or
well, it's some do, but not Mojave butter or
butter.
Yeah, they're almost identical.
Okay.
I mean,
stark white,
like
blue
obviously
eyes.
Mojave, stuff like that's different. But when you get to Mojave lesser or lesser or butter, whatever you want to call it, they're really almost the same. You might have a slight bit of like head stripe, eye stripe on a lesser to butter, or I'm sorry, a lesser to Mojave as compared to lesser.
Because the reality is they all go for the same price.
They all go for the same price. They're
so
all
from
the same
that
price.
point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but then, like you said, that's why I was asking if some had a little bit more yellow.
Same thing with like Russo lesser is the same way. So Mojave lesser will have just a little eye stripe typically. Russo lesser usually has pure white as could be.
Yep.
So those three combos, Russo lesser or butter, whatever you want to call it, Mojave butter lesser, whatever you want to call it, and then Russo, whatever you want to call it. Those are the three combos that really produce almost solid
You're
white
making me
snakes.
so hungry.
You're like butter, peanut butter.
More
butter.
Chicken wings.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Lil Bogus says,
you
I'm
coming?
with you. No, I don't know.
Damn
but
it.
she says, I'm with you, Lori. I don't get NFTs.
Well, so this is the thing about people that don't get NFTs. And what's this next NFT?
Same thing. Says, I'm with Lori's zip tool and print. NFT equals no sense.
So
you ain't living in the future.
So this is the thing, it really is like collecting baseball cards or sports memorabilia, right?
It's the
exact same thing, but you're doing it digitally, right?
Yes and no, though, because baseball cards are not these janky handwritten. But anybody does them.
Yeah, but
they're actually a photo. It's
but there are really famous artists that
are really bad and shouldn't be.
No, but there are really famous artists that are really bad and yet still sell for millions and millions of dollars. Sure. You know what I mean? Because it's an art. I mean, we went to that one in Florence where it was just like splattered paint.
Agreed.
Probably a James Pollock.
But this is the difference: is the number of those compared to the number of NFTs.
Well, listen, most NFTs will fail. Most NFTs will fail. There's no doubt about that.
Well, this is what I didn't understand. So your stupid little squiggly snake. Yeah. There was like how many the same thing.
But it's almost like a Pokemon card, though, because some are like holographic,
exactly.
right? Quote unquote.
Well, not only that, but yeah, it is like more. I would say you're right. It's more like a Pokemon card than it is an artist's art. Although it can go back and forth on that a little bit. There's still art being sold as NFTs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's really cool,
really great
digital art that's insane, that's
and
moving.
And like I said, I've seen NFTs that make sense to me. The ones that you showed me today don't make any sense.
I think those would be more like Pokemon cards.
But see, Pokemon is at least a professional cartoon. Like I said, that freaking snake thing.
She's right.
Yeah, that snake thing is literally something that came off third grade, brought it home from art class.
Okay, well, let me just explain to you that snake, the steadfast snake, was drawn by Gary Vee himself.
He's not an artist.
No, he isn't, but it was drawn by Gary Vee.
So that's why it's made, because Gary Vee did it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's V.
It's a Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
So, and this is exactly what I was asking. What the hell gives that a value? So as stupid as it is, okay, because it's attached to a famous person.
Now, what about The Rock,
makes
Bri?
more sense.
The Rock, I don't know enough about.
That's what I'm
not
saying.
A famous person,
so at least explain the reason. Okay, that makes sense, because that original drawing was from a famous person.
Right.
And that's why people would want to buy it.
Right.
Okay.
Plus, there's what they call some utility on the back end of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So in your NFT sales, you can also not only have the perpetuity that, we talked about, but also you can have utility, which means, so with Gary V or V Friends, his utility says that you get access to special meetings. You get access to any conference that he's going to for free.
If you have this NFT.
Yes,
and you get to meet him and spend time with him.
Okay. Okay.
Makes more sense.
And these are a lot of pieces that we're missing to why you just show me this stupid squiggle and say this is $40 million, because who the hell
it's 40,000.
It will be one.
It might as well be 40 million if you're paying 40,000 for that. But okay.
No, it isn't.
So
It's a deal.
This is the thing that adds the value. That's what I was saying. There has to be a reason to have a value. You can't just be like,
you still don't get the rock.
It's just a collector, because listen, people buy NFTs, they buy
quarters,
art,
they buy
stuff because of the value that it can potentially be, right? So like you're buying a rock for 1.3, thinking there's going to be eventually someone that's going to pay 2.6.
Sure.
Right.
Well, and again,
that's just like
that's
art.
doing the research then behind it, as far as, like I said, if in fact the third grader made this and their mom just uploaded it,
right,
it would not have that value.
No.
The value comes from whatever the story is or whatever value you place on it, like what it gets you to have or this or that. So I can wrap my mind more around that.
And you think even too, like the people that are also confused about it, like think in the future when like the NBA has one that like, oh cool, every time you go to an NBA game you get a free slushie or something, or you Burger King, you get an ice cream cone.
And
that's
ultimately that's where
understand.
NFTs are going to go.
Gotcha.
NFTs are moving in a direction where
you'll have a digital wallet on your phone.
You'll have a digital wallet on your phone, and you'll be able to use that as a utility for more. And that's what we're going to try to do. It's so when I said NFTs, most will fail. The ones that will fail will not have good community, right? So when you're buying it, you're buying community. You're buying like
other people
I'm part of the Snake thing. I'm part of the V Friends. And now I'm not only part of that community, and I have an investment in that community, but I also get utility beyond that.
Oh, is that
like
what
for
Gary
us,
V's is? V's Friends?
Yeah, V's Friends. Yeah. So and so like for here, we could have like our packs might be like, for instance, the Reptarium, or if you get into Reptarium, you get a feeding for free, or stuff like that.
That's
that
huge.
Actually makes more sense, and I think that's where it comes to. Okay, you just have to have a better explanation so people understand.
It is hard to explain.
It's not just like, oh, here's a little thing that is cool on your computer, or you know what I mean?
But the thing is that
so.
NFTs, literally, I know a lot of people don't understand them, and people don't get them right now. I'm telling you, 3 years from now, every person that has a cell phone will have an NFT, even if it's like you said, a Mariah Carey ticket.
Or you bought Super Bowl tickets. It came with an NFT.
It's going to be an NFT. And so that's right now. It's in the very infancy, and I want to spearhead that in the reptile
and
side.
And you think, imagine something like you were saying, like maybe like packs in the future, right? So like you
so
think about like you put
packs,
one rare card that gets you free entry forever to the Reptarium, but it's only 10 of them are ever made.
Right, exactly.
You
know, out of 10,000 packs, there's going to be 10 of them that might get that rare
say
whatever
it's a holographic Perdita.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And that holographic Perdita gets you all these utilities. You get like once a year a Brian tour. You get this, you get that, you get, and then of course then those people might be like, all right, well next year I can sell this and I paid 500, I can get 5,000 for it. And then
that makes sense because there's the value to it.
And then, like I said, we can put the secondary market where we say, hey, we're going to donate all that secondary income to USARK or back to our community, whichever the case we decide. Or maybe it's a little bit. Maybe 25% goes to USARK, 25% goes back to our community. And
that might be the way.
So there's a lot of utility there. So.
Well, hopefully that helped others understand.
I think that did.
NFT because, like I said, that.
We got Lori on board with it. We did a good job.
All
so
right,
everyone's listening.
It's going to look better than that, though.
So I'm going to put a bid on that.
I'm with you.
I'm going to put a bid on that.
Sue's going to crush it. You know Sue's going to crush it.
I'm going to put a bid on that snake tonight then.
Oh, no.
Family Bite says, ha ha ha, he loves the Milky Milk. And yes, that's Victoria, Australia, right?
That is Victoria.
Stop.
I mean,
I love to suckle a little nipple every now and then. Sorry, was that too far?
No, I just like these awkward silences. Great. Woo! Woo! Leverose Bird says, you crack me up, Lori. Minecraft shit. That's the new American dream. Sit on your butt, draw crap on your kid's tablet, and make money.
There you go.
Amen, man. I tell you, hey,
We're starting.
It's either that or collect. Yep. It's either that or have 12 kids and get all that, that government money.
I mean, which one? Yeah, which one you
do one and having
one
12
is
kids,
less work.
Yeah, one's a lot less work. Yeah.
Real Deal says, is there a waiting list for the pumpkin gene? If not, can I be the first in that list? It has some serious potential.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I think it does have some serious potential. We've produced some good stuff, and we have a couple more clutches due to hatch. That I'm still pretty excited about. Yeah, and this is just our beginning. Next year, we'll be able to, hopefully prove out a super, which would be amazing. Yeah. And then who knows what the future goes. As far as waiting lists, we just aren't selling anything right now. I don't think we'll sell anything this year. As a matter of fact, I know we won't sell anything this year. Next year, possibly. So, feel free. You can always call BHB with any animal you want and get put on a waiting list. And Beth does a great job of doing that.
Tiffany says, any update on Baby Faith? Also, Helen merch, which, by the way, we should do Helen merch with where it says, I don't see the problem or something like that.
That's actually
you know what I'm saying, dude? I was thinking about it. I literally, because I saw Tiffany's comment on one of your vlogs the other day, and I was like, I definitely...
I mean, it'd definitely be an insider thing for the Reptarium.
Yes, yeah. It'd be more like old school merch.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I like, let's do it.
I think that'd be hysterical.
And then as far as Baby Faith, no updates.
Same old.
Yeah, same thing.
Still a snake.
Still.
We tried turning it into a pelican.
Still alive, but not eating on its own yet.
Silver Cash says, I'm always down for anything. I'm not scared. Y'all are awesome today. Yeah.
Man, it's spicing up in here.
Oh, man. See, we're going to get some freaking... I so want to, get a little bogus. And
wait. She's right there.
Hey-o. Oh, my God.
She just needs a sub.
Oh, she just needs a sub at school.
There you go, man. You guys get it together, man. It's like, and whatever you guys do, man, I'm not going to, it's consenting adults.
We're only going to film and put it on the vlog. That's it.
Yeah.
Can we get a piece?
Actually, we won't film what happened, but we would probably want to film after.
Yeah, as soon as they walk out of the room.
Yeah, maybe they're still in bed with their sheets up.
Yeah.
And just
a little sweaty.
Yeah,
it's so dank in the room. Yeah,
it'd be like, so tell us what happened.
Yeah, tell us all about it. Yeah,
I know he's the top 100 pizza maker.
This is not Friday night.
So Emily says, is it Fluker Farms?
Yeah, Fluker Farms. Yeah,
I feel for even Fluker Farms, they can hardly get bugs. Had to. What is it, to go to?
Yeah,
once a week? Okay. Hopefully they can come out strong, trying to get my man to move to Utica. #Reptarium.
Yeah.
Much love. Wish I could donate more.
No, thank you so much. We appreciate everything that you do. And yeah, I mean, I didn't hear about Fluker, but it's not surprising. It's
goes all around.
Yeah, it goes all around. And listen, you can't imagine working with bugs being a very glamorous job.
Yeah, there's not going to be many Indeed hits.
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, there's. And listen, I know the guys from Timberline very well. Been down to their place dozens of times. Great facility for a bug facility. Probably, I haven't been to a lot of bug facilities, but I'm assuming they're one of the nicest, cleanest bug facilities. But it's still bugs.
Yeah.
And there's thousands and millions of bugs.
Most people call them creepy crawlies.
Yeah, and they're going with those crickets and mealworms and everything. They don't smell that great in that quantity, and yeah, it's not exactly the place that I'd want to spend 12 hours a day if I had my choice, but someone has to do it, and we appreciate the people that do it because they help us
at the
Reptarium. So yeah, Micro did one actually at Cricket Farm once. Yeah, he did at Flukers, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think you actually might be right.
I think it was at Flukers.
I was gonna say because I thought I've heard that name before.
Yeah, I think that Micro went to Flukers Farm. Yeah,
there you go.
So there you go.
Daniel says, I meant, is there a defect or deform in either of the supers or mixes?
Oh, no, not in that at all. There's no deform in those combinations. As a matter of fact, I think the only leucistic stuff that has deformity is the lesser pied.
Wait, what?
Lesser pieds they're all white. A lesser pied is all white.
So lesser to pied, just lesser pied is all white.
Lesser to, if you took a lesser het pied to a pied.
Right. I get what you're saying.
What are the eyes?
The eyes are small, super small.
No, but what color are the eyes?
Ruby colored eyes. Yeah.
So how can you tell if it's actually a pied or just
Because of the eyes. Because if they're either going to be leucistic or not leucistic, right? Because if it's not a lesser pied, there wouldn't be any leucistic in there.
Yeah, because you're not breeding to a lesser pied. You're breeding to just a pied.
Yeah, it's not a lesser pied.
That's crazy.
Pied.
So like kind of like how a spied has just the head. This goes the one step further. It has nothing, just all white, small red eyes.
I think they call them white weddings, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. Yeah. Nice day for
they have a
white.
As a matter of fact, why don't you punch it up? White wedding pied. White wedding ball python, and I think you'll see in the pictures what I mean by and I could be wrong about the white wedding. That could be wrong.
Oh, Billy Idol first.
Is this it?
Because it's the right eyes. Those are good.
So maybe
that might be white weddings might actually be Russo to Russo. So yeah, say lesser pied ball python. Yeah, and you know. So you can come up and see the eyes.
Yeah, that's sunk in almost.
Oh yeah.
Wow, weird.
Yeah, so lesser pies always have that.
That is interesting though. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know if every one of them has it, but most of them. This one has a little blotch on it.
Yeah,
so it's not all white, but no. So lesser to lesser, butter to butter, butter to Russo, butter to Mojave, all really good. Mojave to Mojave, no problems with any of them.
Lisa says, "Hey, Lori and Brian, thanks for all you do. Sending love from far away."
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Support.
Yeah. Thank you, Lisa. We appreciate you.
Sherry Lynn says, "You two equal great relationship." Slothopus and Lori's wine fund.
Thank you as always, Sherry. We appreciate you. We do appreciate you.
Give me 1 second. Cool.
No problem.
We got Stephanie says, "Good evening. I have been in a depression spell, so I've been MIA for a bit. Just sending some love after catching up on some stuff I've missed."
Well, I hope you're feeling better,
Yes.
Stephanie. Obviously, I understand how hard battles with mental health is, and it's really difficult to go through that. But at the same time, you've got to remember that if you work hard at it, you can get to the other side.
And that's the key.
It's not
working
easy.
At it.
It's not easy. It's not an easy road. But I think that most people, and I'm categorizing this probably too generally, but most people that don't get better are people that don't work towards getting better. And it doesn't mean it's easy. It took me 14 months to start feeling like myself again. And I'm still not 100%. I still have days that are a little bit off and stuff like that. But compared to where I was, it was interesting. I literally went to the gym yesterday with Lori for the first time in a few months. And one of the things that I didn't even tell you about this, Lori, one of the reasons I stopped going to the gym was twofold. Number one, I was really busy. It was a really busy summer.
Yeah.
Hard to find time. But number two was, for that 14 months, every day I went to the gym was like, it was hard. Not because of like physically hard, but mentally difficult. Because what you got to remember is what happens when you're at the gym. You're working out, so you're short of breath. What happens when you go to the gym? You get a little dizzy because you pushed yourself. Well, dizziness and shortness of breath were actually symptoms of my anxiety. Yeah. So it would actually heighten my anxiety when I was at the gym.
Because you wouldn't know what you were feeling, right?
Right, yeah, exactly. That's what happens. Sometimes you feel the symptom, and immediately you're like, oh my God, it must be my anxiety.
Even if it's just a different expression.
Yeah, because I'm short of breath because I've been working out, but yet it's like, am I having a panic attack and I can't breathe? And so the gym was like equated to like negative for me, really bad, really bad. There were very few days over that 14 months that I went to the gym, and I was going 4 or 5 days a week. I can't believe I still was going to the gym when I was in such bad shape because I kept on thinking that would make me better,
because physically it's good for you to do these things, which in
you're
turn
burning
helps,
off,
helps mentally, right?
Right, and you're burning off, all the different hormones and stuff like that, and that's what I thought. That's why I kept going. But at one point, it got to a point where it was like really bad. It's like it was so I was so my point is, I went yesterday and we went today to the gym, and it was great to see the progress I made because today and yesterday I felt good the whole time. I didn't feel good. I felt like I was getting my ass handed to me.
No,
but it wasn't anxiety.
It
didn't make me
like
anxious, right? And that just made you think how far, or made me realize how far I've come.
Awesome,
and that's why I know you can get there too with your depression.
Malcolm says, "Oh shoot, forgot to put a message. But any hognose hatching this year?"
No, we had a crap year for some reason. I mean, we didn't have many.
I didn't have very many.
Yeah.
I only literally had 2 females that I tried to breed, and neither one of them went.
So we have some new ones coming next year, and we're slowly building a group.
I have a bigger group next year.
Yeah, so it's a bummer because there was a time when we had hundreds of hognoses, hundreds and hundreds, and so we're slowly building that back.
Rare Dog, our girl Rare Dog says, I didn't disappear. My visa got hacked. Oh my
shit.
God. Still on cloud 9 after the barbecue. You guys are the best. Much love. Can't wait till there's a next time to meet.
Yeah, I mean,
Damn,
gosh,
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that too, and I'm glad that you didn't disappear. I knew you didn't
So
because
she's the one who put on the
Yeah,
barbecue?
Yes.
Debbie, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so she's
The
great.
one with the rig?
Yeah, the one with that
Noah
that
crashed.
Noah almost
Oh,
crashed into. And then, of course, that sent us all the good goodies.
All the goodies.
The goodies that were awesome. So she's great. She's a great person.
Heidi says,
Speaking of a great person.
Brian, you're going to get a beating off camera.
She's not wrong.
A bloody beating.
I don't think they say bloody beating.
I just like saying it.
Yeah, it sounds
You could
British.
throw bloody on anything.
Yeah, bloody
Yeah.
feels so good to say.
Yeah.
I get why they do it.
Heidi, if you're still there, make a comment. Don't super chat it, but just make a comment. What an angry thing you would say in
replace of bloody?
Yeah, in South Africa, like a very, very, like this is what I would say to Arno when he pisses me off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. I like where we're going. Shalina says, are you going to feed Gemma on the vlog soon? Looking for my third ball.
Yeah.
How would you decide the morph between 3 for just a pet possibly bred in the future to a normal?
Looking for my third ball. How would you decide a morph between 3? Between what?
She
between,
has 3 choices. She's like, what would you decide? And basically, your answer is going to be what we always tell people.
just whatever one
Whatever
you
you
love.
What
like.
you
Yeah.
like, exactly.
Which one lights up
Because,
your heart?
You know, honestly, as far as breeding and the future and stuff like that, the reality is, you want to do something you're excited about, that you like looking at, that you
That's
enjoy.
100%.
And everybody's
Yeah.
different in that.
I
Some
always
of the
say,
stuff that
yeah.
he thinks are the most beautiful are opposite of the ones that I think. So,
Well, I always say, you want to be able to, whether you're opening a drawer or opening a cage, you want to be excited every day about that animal.
Exactly.
And so whatever that is, and maybe you like all 3 of them, just, then flip a coin. I guess you can't flip a coin with 3, but
you can. You can flip it a few times.
yeah.
Yeah,
Which,
you can
by the
kinda
way,
weigh
did
it
you know,
down.
I
Roll
got a
dice.
riddle for you. One hand, not, I did this survey last night. With one hand, without repeating the motion or repeating the thing, can you count to 12 with one your one hand?
I've seen this on TikTok, so I'm out.
Oh, you know it.
I seen
Really?
it on TikTok.
I didn't see it
yeah.
on TikTok. Are you kidding? They made it to TikTok shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Lori's
Can
not on there.
Can
so
I
she'll-
count
Can you count to 12 with your 5 fingers?
with my hand?
5 fingers.
Without,
you
like,
know how you
counting
go
your
like
thumb
1,
twice.
2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. 12.
Okay.
But you can't repeat. You can't go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Do you know how?
Yeah.
Tell me.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, stop. That's a good one.
No. So
You
this
won
is,
the riddle,
So
though.
this is actually, to be honest with you, I saw it on Ancient Aliens. Is what I saw this on, and it was the Sumerians.
Yeah,
that
that's why
actually
they
started it.
That's why they
And
used to use a 12 number
12,
system.
yeah,
Yep.
12 is a very common thing, and they even say that it has to do with like ancient alien stuff.
Okay.
But they would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Count
They
your
count
knuckles.
each
So
digit.
honestly,
Each
it's
digit.
funny. It's a little bit like that movie we were watching
Yeah,
last
exactly.
night when
yeah,
he was doing the
that.
things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what made me think about it. That's why I told.
Ah.
But I saw it on Ancient Aliens. But now it's on TikTok, so everyone fucking knows.
Yeah, I saw somebody count,
I'm
but it was
not
a
on the
crazy
TikTok.
number. It was like 38. I don't know what they did, but they counted a bunch of stuff, like all over their fingernails and knuckles
if-
and all that stuff.
I could count to 1,000,000 with all the wrinkles.
Jake Fawns, which I believe I know, and if
Really?
I do, hi Jake, nice to see you. Says just sending love and support. Gotta come visit soon. Much love,
Well,
dude.
cool, Jake.
And if I don't know you, still love you.
yeah,
So,
we still love you, Jake. Even if
even if
we
you
don't-
aren't.
This is
if you're
our
a
first
stranger,
Yeah.
stranger danger.
Family Bites came back and says, I love you, Lori. That shut the fuck up look at Brian was amazing. What type of wine do you like? We live near a winery and cider region.
Ooh, what's your
Very
favorite? I mean,
nice.
you're into what kind of wine is it?
Yeah, the one that I like the most right now is like a Cab Sav.
Cab Sav.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Send me some ice wine. I don't drink, but I love ice wine.
Oxymoron.
I know.
I don't drink it, but I love to look at it.
I love to think about drinking it. I love to think
You
about
do.
drinking
You
it.
sip on it a little. Here
I'll
and
literally sip like a couple little sips of ice wine, but I can't.
there. It's all you need because you're just getting
But
high
again,
off
it's
the
but
sugar.
again, it's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing that I talked about with the gym. Why stop drinking is because
Yeah.
it gives you the same effect as anxiety.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it really
and,
does.
and so like
yeah, the
I don't like.
lightheadedness,
It's like
this
very
and
similar
that.
to
Sure.
anxiety.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So like I know, to be honest with you, I know when I am 100% better and I can have a beer or a glass of wine, that's when I know I'll be 100%.
And you've been
better.
saying that since day one, dude.
And that's something that happened. It took me the last time 20 years ago when I had anxiety. It took like 5 or 6 years before I drank again.
Exactly. When you can have that feeling and it doesn't make you anxious.
Now, when I drank, I still only drank one drink. Like I'd have one glass of wine or one beer.
That's how you've always
and
been.
Never hard liquor or anything like that. But I don't drink that.
2 beers and you were done
never,
for the night.
I would never get past the second beer. That'd be impossible. I'm such a lightweight. But I'd be drunk after one beer, buzzed pretty good after one beer. But when I can get to that point, that's when I know that I'll be like completely healed. But I think it might be another year or two. Not that I think it'll be a year or two before I'm cured. I think it might be a year or two before I want to take the chance of drinking and having, and I'm not missing it at all. With that being said, send me some ice wine.
Rachel says, hi, I just got engaged, so I was wondering,
congratulations.
What is your engagement story? And could you maybe tell us about your wedding? How did you navigate planning it? And how involved was Brian in the process?
So it really,
these are so funny questions.
Yeah, so the proposal was not very romantic.
No,
we were pregnant, at the time. By we I mean you.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things that no, we weren't pregnant. We had a baby already. Jade was already a baby.
No, you did propose.
I proposed
prior
before. Okay.
Because
it was like in the waiting room
you
at
were.
the lobby.
No, it was at my mom's house.
I know.
No, it was. Yeah, it was definitely before, and then you were like, do you want to get married before we have the baby or not?
Yeah, and you said no.
Exactly.
Yeah, you said no. I don't want to marry you.
No.
I'm still looking for my baby daddy.
I was like, I gotta make sure you're the one.
Don't lock me in with both right now. I feel
so
you.
yes, and you gave me a ring that was your great grandma's.
Yeah, my great grandma's. Yeah.
Yep. So I still have that, which I need to pass on to Jade.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, we decided to wait.
Yes,
and we meaning me.
Yeah, yes.
because
I would have married
because
you
I
right
did.
away.
Like, while things happen and this and that, I wanted to make sure that we were getting married because we wanted to get married and not just because we were having a kid.
So Jade was the ring bearer.
She was not. We did wait. She was a year old when we did get married.
Yeah, she was a year old. And our wedding was in a little chapel that no longer is there. Mary's.
Yes, it was not. Okay, so we were young. And we had
no
a baby.
Money.
Right. So we were very limited funds. So we had a very small wedding that was literally just immediate family and friends. But
we had probably 70 or 80 people, no?
Yeah. I
think
maybe.
it was close to that.
It could have been around there, which again is not
a big wedding. No,
it
wasn't a big wedding because we paid for it ourselves. We had no money.
Yeah.
Literally to the point where my sister, rightfully so, said we were like, we're not going to go on a honeymoon. We can't afford it because we put every dollar we had into the wedding, and we literally had no dollars at all, zero. And she talked us into booking a flight, which was super cheap, to Vegas. And this is back in the Vegas days when you could go with I think we left for Vegas with we were going to go for 4 or 5 days, and we might have had $100.
Oh yeah, it wasn't very much at all.
It's all $100. Think about
maybe
that.
100 or 200. I don't know because we did have the wedding, so we had a little bit of cash.
Yeah, but it wasn't much. Yeah, it wasn't much.
Yeah.
And but we had a great time. The wedding itself was a bash. Still to this day, some of the people that were at that wedding said it was like the funnest wedding they'd ever been to. Because it was like, so it started off. Let me paint the picture real quick. So it starts off. My great aunt and my grandma and all these old people are in a table right up front, right? And so there's a whole bunch of my family up front. And my sister hires a DJ that was a strip club DJ.
Stop.
Yeah.
Swear to God,
Yeah.
is a friend of hers.
Yep.
So she hires him. First song is Moni, but not. It's the get laid, get fucked.
Yeah.
version.
No way.
Yeah, that was the opener for the dance floor.
Get laid, get fucked. I'm talking the first song out of the gate, man. I'm not talking
we had your old aunts, my grandma,
Everyone's got to be giggling, dude.
Yeah, and so then it just was a dancing and partying. People were smoking weed in the banquet
Hell
hall.
yeah.
I mean, it was and that was back in the day when weed
when we was
not,
juju. Yeah.
And it was a party party, Lori's dad was like dancing on the tables because
he was
so drunk.
finishing off.
That's awesome.
Drunk.
Yeah.
My
We did have a
stepdad had to go home because he got too drunk.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had
That's
one
how
of
you do
our
it.
good friends worked at a wine place, and then he bought like a bottle of champagne for like each
Each
table, and
yeah.
that's what my dad was doing. He was finishing
Yeah.
off the bottles from
Stop.
everybody's
And
table. He almost fell into our cake, which
Yeah.
was just like a small
cake, yeah,
homemade
small cake,
whatever, but he almost trashed.
Yeah, but we, of course, my best man, which is now a woman. That's
This
a whole
is
nother
a
story.
wonderful story.
Yeah, so-
It is.
yeah.
This is basically our life.
His name is
It
Rachel.
is.
His name is Rachel now.
Yes.
But it was just true, and that's fine. But he got drunk and left. Like I never even he wasn't even there for any of the festivities.
He
like,
didn't
nothing.
even do the speech
No
or
fucking
anything.
way.
No
dude.
speech,
And then-
nothing.
Yeah, Dwayne had to step up and do the speech.
Yeah, Dwayne,
because
who was
Scott
my second
MIA.
other guy.
He was, second
Yeah,
best man.
Yeah, second best man. Because we only had 2 people standing up in the
Yeah.
wedding because that's
Yeah.
all we could afford. And so modest times, but it was a great time. It was a great memory. I always said it was one of my favorite memories in my life that night. I didn't drink at all. Lori drank a bit.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to drink because I wanted to remember every second of it.
That's awesome.
And it was a beautiful thing. And
It
it
was a
was
great party.
and then my sister was so right going to Vegas. It was probably still to this day, I would say it's probably my favorite trip I've ever taken in my life.
Oh my God, that's
You know,
awesome.
it was 4 days of absolutely amazing.
We had
Vegas.
so much fun, and like I said back then, and that's what makes me sad. Like we went for Noah's, and it's
Yeah.
such a different
Yeah,
Vegas.
it's a
Well, especially now, right now. You
Oh
know.
well, just even
I know, I know.
Vegas now versus then. Like it's just
Yeah.
a whole different animal. Like you said, the experience we got with such little money.
Yeah, no money, yeah.
and we just had the time of
Yeah,
our
you go to a
lives.
buffet, it'd be like $4.99 per
Now it's
person.
like
It'd be
$45.99.
Oh my gosh, some of
Yeah.
these buffets are like $90.
Yeah.
And the drinks, and then
It
gambling
sucks.
and stuff. Like
Well, it's free,
all
yeah,
of the
yeah.
tables were like $1. Like the high ones were like $5. Or
Yeah,
you
for
know,
a
but
dollar you could
do-
play blackjack.
And
yeah.
so
and then you get free
otherwise-
drinks.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like it was.
I remember
yeah.
I had a Mai Tai. Do you remember that?
I did. We did.
yeah, yeah,
I
we
was
were
just
going-
gonna say
and
that
I could
we
barely make it up
both
this
did.
fucking
No way.
elevator.
We both did, and we stumbled into the elevator. That was like
Yeah.
the first night, and
We
it
stayed
was
at this-
so funny.
yeah.
We're just giggling all the way.
Yep, we stayed at the Imperial Palace, which was definitely not a nice.
It doesn't even
It was
exist
fun.
anymore.
It was great for us. But at the time, it was opulent. But now it would. I definitely wouldn't stay there now. But yeah, so it was great times.
That's
So
awesome.
there you go. That's
So
a long
good
story.
memories.
Yep.
Nick threw a nice hundo.
Oh, thank you so much. Nick.
Says,
You're
hey
awesome,
guys,
man.
Nick.
love the show. Would love to come visit. Hope all is well, and I'm a big fan.
Well, Nick, thank you so much.
So
we
we really
appreciate,
appreciate
that what
that.
you did there, and I hope you can come visit. Seriously, it'd be great.
Yeah,
We'd
you're
love
from
to
the
have
U.S.,
you.
so I'm
Yeah,
sure you can get here.
Yeah, please come, man. It'd be super dope, dude.
Paige says, first super chat, hey guys, been trying to convince my dad to use our next daddy-daughter trip to see the Reptarium. He says that Michigan is boring. Bullshit.
Well, listen. First off,
Yeah.
thank you for your first super chat. Thank you for us being able to do that for you, and breaking your cherry in super chats.
Super cherry.
It's super cherry. And Michigan isn't boring. It really isn't. I always say Michigan's one of the most underrated things.
I would say so, yeah.
Tons of things to do, and honestly, you wouldn't be our first daddy-daughter trip either. We've
No,
had
yeah.
several of
Yeah,
those.
tons of
And
them, actually, yeah.
Besides, obviously, us. There's a lot of really cool things to
Yeah.
do not far away from us, or there's cool things in Michigan to do that can be a little bit farther from
Yeah.
us too.
Yeah. If you
So
really want to get away, you can
Yeah.
go up
Reach-
north, or you could
Yeah.
if you want.
And
I mean,
people
you can
do that
reach
all the
out
time.
to us, and we could give you,
Yeah, all the advice in the
ideas,
world.
and then
but
could
you won't be
share
bored.
those
I mean,
and talk
especially
them
where
into
the
it.
Reptarium is. I mean, they're within 10 miles. There's everything you can imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, from food to shopping to
Events,
entertainment.
activities,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, you name it. As a matter of fact, Laura and I were just talking about it today, putting together 2 different pamphlets. One
smart.
being activities that you can do within a 20-25 mile radius. And then the second being restaurants, which there are hundreds of restaurants.
If not more.
In that area. So, and then the hotels are all within a mile and a half, 2 miles from us. Nice hotels, decent hotels at decent prices. So, no, please make it out here. You would love it.
Paige says,
No, that was
the same one. Sorry. Timothy came back and
he
says,
came back.
never been there before, Jay. Oh, okay. I thought you were. Sorry. But hopefully soon, at least. I know Lori's the one to talk to about them bodegas. Are you all shooting for BRBs this year?
we were trying, but our rainbow. So, I've just really dicked the dog on the rainbow breeding the last.
I like
couple
that
years,
term.
You know,
That's a good one.
it's been bad. It's been bad. I mean, I just,
I get like screwed the pooch.
Yeah, like screwed the pooch.
I never heard
yeah,
dick the dog,
yeah,
but it's
dick-
definitely
you know,
hits
Brian,
better.
he likes to make
It hits harder though. It really does. Yeah, I really dicked down that dog the other night. You know?
Okay, probably don't tell people that.
Yeah, that's heavy, man.
No, so yeah, it's like screwed the pooch,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
the same.
I get you. Same
thing.
saying, but way
Same
more
thing.
volatile. It's good.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds much worse.
So no, I just screwed up the breeding the last couple years. I just haven't put the energy into it. Put a lot of energy into ball pythons and other stuff, but it seems like the last 2 years I just did not breed rainbow boas correctly, and we've done it so many times, so it's 100% my fault. So no, I've got one female that might be gravid, to be totally honest with you. I was looking at her the other day, but that would be the only BRBs we would do this year.
So Heidi came back and said the South African term is moer or moer. I don't know. She says she's going to laugh at my pronunciation of this. So I'll moer you. Moer?
Moer?
It's M-O-E-R.
More.
What do you think? How do you think they would say it? You moe? You moe? I don't know. How do they do it?
I don't know. I wish
don't
that
know the
Heidi would.
South
Yeah,
African
she's gonna have to
accent.
send me a message with
It's
the
like
audio.
Noah.
Yeah, the
chat on
audio.
that. Yeah, to do the audio for us.
And tell me how wrong I am.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Exactly.
Silver Cash says, I have to get back to work, but I did take notes, and hopefully I can step my game up. Love and appreciate y'all. Have a good night.
Thanks, Silver Cash. We appreciate you, and we'll see you very shortly. It's
Yeah.
not going to
Yes.
be long now. That pizza oven's waiting for you, man.
Yes, it is.
LOL asks, I don't know how they got that name, by the
New
way.
ghost stories?
Any new ghost stories?
No, nothing new actually. You know, it's been pretty quiet. Really everywhere. I mean, you know, it's
It's not
Yeah.
something we've been pursuing.
Edward
Yeah.
wants to know then, what about any gooch stories?
gooch stories.
I think that's what that says, right?
Gucci stories.
I think it's gooch. But
gooch.
do you have any stories about that?
I've got
Any
no stories
Gucci
about
stories?
gooch stories. No gooch stories.
Good.
Yeah, or ghost stories.
Well, good. We're all
no,
clear.
It's been.
I haven't
it's-
been shopping, so I haven't had any Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci. Yeah, no Gucci. Yeah, I mean, like I said, our house has been pretty quiet. Hasn't had anything strange happen in a while. Yeah, I think after Noah stopped, like summoning
Seancing shit.
demons and stuff like that, I think it kind of calmed down. So hopefully it
Yeah,
stays that
like
way.
I said, we haven't been, pursuing it. So you haven't
No.
been going to graveyards. You haven't been doing
No, that's
this
true.
shit.
Yeah, and I used to do
And-
some of that stuff.
And,
yeah.
and he was too, and it is true whether you like it or not. Sometimes things can attach to you
Yeah.
and follow you around. So
Yeah. No, I agree with you. And but yeah, so yeah, I haven't been to a cemetery. Yeah, since me and Noah and I stopped kind of going on adventures and doing that stuff for his channel because he changed his content
Yep.
up. We haven't been around ghost stuff, and like I said, our house used to do some crazy stuff, but now that's been real calm. So even
Yeah,
our
'cause-
spare bedroom,
because I'm
that's
cleaning
I
that
was sure.
stuff out.
Yeah, the stuff out.
Stuff.
The stuff.
Rachel says, oh my God, I love you guys so much. I'm over here like, but what were your wedding colors? We're planning on a very small
Oh,
wedding as
Lord.
well.
So I don't
So-
remember what my colors were. Do you remember?
What are you talking about? Like you don't even know what.
I know it
what
was just
your-
black and
your
white.
colors were.
It was
right.
just black and white,
So,
and you
yes,
were white.
It was black and white. So both
The
this-
cummerbund was white.
It was.
I
I,
think it
don't
was
know.
white.
The
Benedict-
suits were
Benedict
black, and then
Cumberbatch was
the
purple.
bridesmaids' dresses were definitely 80s, 90s style, and it was black and white. So they were like black kind of silk with a
Yeah, I don't
white
remember
kind
it
of
that
thing
much.
across the top, and then for flowers, we just did. I ended up going with fake ones because they were cheaper.
Yeah,
And
so
it was
friggin'
like
broke,
a
man.
white bouquet that had like some kind of like mauve or
Yeah.
pink kind of accents in it.
The best part though was my mustache.
Yeah, hands
Yeah.
down. We'll show that on the next one.
I grew out my mustache. Haven't had a mustache since.
Nope.
Or before, for that
No,
matter. I
no.
grew it out for the wedding, and I had my hair down too.
Which is so
Yes.
good. I
Yeah.
mean,
I had
what
my
a
hair
funny
down.
thing.
It was.
I
I mean,
grew
this-
out a mustache for my
This
wedding.
is
It's fucking
exactly
hysterical.
that. I kind of remember like, what do you do? And you're like, I want to have a mustache for the wedding. I was like,
You're like, go
oh,
fuck
okay.
yourself.
Like,
I can't believe that. That's
I
so
mean-
crazy.
I had my hair was almost down to my ass, and I was.
I mean,
was,
see,
was
this
like
is
down,
this is the difference too. So while I wanted a wedding, it's still, and I mean, it probably still could have been that way for a lot of people during that time, but it wasn't like the big production that everybody makes it right now. Like, it wasn't like, oh, what are your colors and what are your, whatever, you know what I mean? It was
That's
just
all
like,
been
okay.
sold to you.
Yeah. It's like, okay, well, I need a wedding dress. So let me see what fits me in the budget I have.
In the area.
And I literally just went and got something off the rack. And then my mom made the bridesmaid dresses.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's pick out a pattern. And I like this style, and she sewed the two things. So it's very different than how most people would be planning a wedding.
It's so much more complicated nowadays, not only just because of like all the stuff, but like you said, like there wasn't like internet, so you couldn't like look up dresses to find what you wanted. You just saw what was in your town, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Or if you went to the bridal salon.
Exactly.
So, while I understand it's exciting and to have all the stuff you have, I'm almost happier that wasn't a fact, because the reality is at that point we could have never had a wedding. Like it would have taken years to be able to afford or do whatever.
Yeah, because we didn't have family.
We were okay,
have,
with not.
No. So kiss it.
I think it was really good.
Keep
I think
simple,
the experience
stupid.
was, exactly. I think the experience
so I
was
think
great.
for my thing is, what I would say is, you know what you're going to be happy with. And that was the whole thing. Like for me, I wanted to have a wedding. I didn't want to just go to Justice of the Peace and get married. I did want to actually have a wedding.
Yep.
And so
celebrate your love.
and we planned what made me happy at that point. And I would say,
course,
do the same. Don't do something, do whatever is going to make you happy, not what's compared. Oh, well, this person did this or that.
And back then too, I don't know if it's still this way, but the church, we couldn't go to a church because we had a kid.
We tried. Yeah, we tried to go to churches, and literally none of the churches would marry us because
sinners.
because we had a kid. And it's like, well, wouldn't you want us to be married?
Yeah.
So we had to go to a wedding chapel is what we found.
Which is gone, unfortunately, now, which is a bummer. It's gone.
Which is funny, but
but it was cool.
Yeah. So those were our colors, and you know what? Like I said, I think honestly, pull the craziness out and just do what you guys are going to be happy with. Is what I say. You know. And
I agree.
In the end, you'll be much more happier. Then I do feel bad for these people who like put all this time and money into these productions, and all it is stress and this and that, and then you don't even enjoy it. At the end, you're just like, thank God that was over.
Yep.
Like,
God,
you know what
that's
I
over,
mean? Yeah, when it turns into something more than just about your happiness.
I agree.
Timothy says, love listening to Lori and Brian chat.
I'm glad, Timothy. We'll chat for you anytime.
Yeah, there you go.
LOL said, do you think the lack of ghost experiences contributed to your anxiety getting better?
Not really, because it wasn't. I was never anxious about the ghosts or any kind of paranormal stuff. I'm not. I didn't enjoy it per se, but I've always had an interest in it. So it's not like I would like be anxious about ghosts or anything like that. That was never a situation. That's why I put myself in.
It was more like curiosity.
Yeah,
not
curiosity.
anxiety.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Family Bites, and you might have to help me because I don't know if this is Western Australia or something, or Washington. So it says you must visit, is it Ningaloo Reef? I'm guessing it's Western Australia, right?
It could be WA, yeah.
We got married on Turquoise Bay, voted one of the most beautiful beaches on earth, full of fishies and turtles.
Nice. That sounds really nice.
I wonder what that. Can you punch that up? Why don't you just copy and paste that?
I got
bay?
you.
I'd be interested to see what that looks like.
Oh, the reef, you mean?
Yeah, the
Ningaloo
reef.
Reef.
Yeah, the reef. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just want to make sure. Wow.
And is that
That would be the reef on this right side. That's cool,
oh my
man.
Goodness.
Yeah, that is crazy.
You can see some
that's
whale sharks.
Gorgeous.
That's definitely not Washington.
No, that's definitely not. Definitely not.
Not that WA.
Yeah, not that
No
WA.
way.
That's
I
beautiful,
can't
though.
wait
That is really
to
beautiful.
get back to beaches.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It'd be nice.
And that's all I got for you.
That's crazy. Well, thank you guys for all the super chats tonight. You guys are killing it. But yeah, I think that we will get back to traveling again sometime, hopefully soon. I hope so. I really, I thought about, some people had, talked about, where would you go? been thinking about, obviously there's animal stuff I want to do. We want to go to Africa. We want to go back to Australia as soon as we can, all that stuff. But I do want to get back to Italy. I really do. And I think if we do Italy, we could do like Italy, Greece, Turkey, do like.
Greece would be.
Yeah.
You guys will love Greece, man. That's going to look
sick. Yeah. I think that would be high on my list of things to do when we can travel. Hopefully by next year, it'll be better.
Kosher, yeah.
I hope so.
That's what my hopes and plans are as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's weird that we've been in this for already a year and a half, and we're hoping that maybe next year is going to be better. Yeah. It just seems like it should be over already. It's just crazy that it's been going on for so long.
And it just is what it is. I mean, some people are traveling and are able to do it too, so it's not like it can't happen.
Yeah. I just think getting on a plane for 8, 10, 12 hours with a mask the whole time would be miserable.
Listen, there's ways to get breaks.
But I would need a lot more than that. I already don't care for flying that much, so that would cause more anxiety and stuff. But hopefully we'll get there. I mean, we'll get there. Exactly. I just know we were talking about Italy the other day, and I was like, oh, I miss it so bad. Such a beautiful place,
Mm-hmm. And there's so much more we want to see that we haven't.
Yeah, we've only seen, bits and pieces. I mean, there's so much more to it. And then, like you said, Greece. And then I want to go back to the UK too, with you, because I know you haven't been. And I'd love to get, to kind of do the same thing that Jaden and Noah did, where, do all three, Scotland, Ireland, and England. That would be really good,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm all down for all of the travel.
Yeah. So we got, once this is over, that's it. We're traveling after the expansion's done.
That's my goal, is to get as many stamps in that passport before it expires.
Mine expired, and I had so many stamps, man. I mean, it was such a bummer, because I mean, I had, not only we had stamps, but I also had.
There we go. Like, okay, new bucket list goal is to
fill the passport.
Yes, exactly. See how many we can get each time before it expires, to see what. Yeah.
We even had had like the extra page added for the visa to China and stuff like that. So my old passport was dope, man. I'd go through immigration with my chest pumped up.
Yeah. Now you look like a little. You're like, oh, who's this
now
nobody?
He's the first timer.
Never traveled nowhere.
I got one stamp from Mexico.
You
know how to go on a plane?
Yeah. You don't even need a passport for that. You could do with an enhanced license.
Yeah, it's a bummer that they don't let you keep that stuff, because I mean, I had
you do keep it, just not in that book. You gotta just
but it's different. I can't.
I know Noah was so sad that he lost his too when he has to redo his. I'm like, that's part of it. Starting over, bud.
Yeah, it sucks. But mine was good. I had, Australia several times. I had Africa, several times. Just all over Indonesia, Japan, China. It was cool, man. It was awesome.
That's fine. And guess what? I'm gonna beat your ass.
Well, good.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. Let's do it.
Actually, I'm gonna go home and book a trip tonight.
Oh my God. All right.
Lewis said, hi, Brian, Lori, and Jay. Are hypo ghosts, orange ghosts, and desert ghosts allelic? You're my hero / mentor, though I've never met you. I look up to you. Lots of love from Los Angeles.
So, listen, I'm gonna
be transparent.
Yeah, I am 99.9% sure that ghosts and desert ghosts are not allelic. If I'm wrong about that, I apologize. Maybe something happened but I know that they're recessive mutations that are not compatible with one another. Now, if there's some allelic form of them that I haven't heard about, then I just don't know, and I apologize if I didn't know about it. But I would think that I would have heard about that, because I know people have bred ghosts into desert ghosts, and I don't believe anyone's ever produced anything.
So by allelic, does it mean connected? Like
well, yeah, it would mean it would basically share protein on the same allele, on the chromosome. That so like super stripe is allelic, right? So when you breed a yellow belly to a specter, you're going to get something radically different than a yellow belly. So you're not going to get the double codom. You're going to get, but in this case, they're both recessive mutations, and in ball pythons, I don't know of any recessive mutations that are allelic at all. Like, I've never heard of one recessive mutation being allelic. It's usually incomplete dominant, whatever. Now, of course, in retics, there's the ghost stripe that makes the cow. That is actually a recessive mutation. But then again, you could say, is the het ghost stripe really just incomplete dominant for the ghost strike.
Right,
you know,
right.
so and that's just semantics and stuff like
It
that.
pretty
But-
much is,
But
yeah.
I've never heard of anyone having a ghost strike, or I'm sorry, a desert ghost and a hypo ghost being allelic. I've never heard of that before.
And then Rachel says, thank you both so much. Much love. I will be making the food and everything myself, and my mom is making my dress. I don't buy into all the hoopla, so don't worry. My parents eloped, and we're keeping it low-key, too.
That's awesome.
Well,
I think
you have
sometimes
the
I see more
makings
of
of awesome wedding.
Yeah, I think it's special. It's about the event. It's not about,
it's
it's
about your
not
love,
about,
man.
you know, all the hoopla. I mean, like our daughter had a nice wedding, but it wasn't crazy. It was a nice wedding, and it cost 10 times what our wedding cost, but it still wasn't like opulent. You know what I mean? It was nice, but not too crazy. And you guys did a great job of that. And as far as I think the only thing we didn't answer on that is that my involvement. I don't think I had much involvement in it.
He grew the mustache.
Yeah,
I
that
grew
was
the
the
mustache.
involvement.
That was
And that's a
huge.
lot.
And he showed up.
I did show up, and
It's more than some people.
And,
you know?
I was there the whole night, and I danced, and I danced, and I danced, and I danced all night long.
Yep. And I think that's a thing too. I feel like, which is not bad at all, that nowadays men are being pulled in more to the stuff, whether it's the wedding planning, whether it's baby showers now. Sometimes they're doing the guy, you know what I mean? Like a lot of stuff that just back in the day just wasn't something.
You just didn't do that.
Like, no. Most guys, if you were interested in planning a wedding, were gay in wedding
That's true.
planners.
That's true.
Otherwise, they really just didn't care.
No, that's true. It's true. But well, anyways, I think we're good.
That's
You
it.
good?
All
yeah.
right.
So thank you guys again for all your
Much
support.
love.
Appreciate you guys in the super appreciate you guys in the chats. We got one more.
We got one more. Family Bite says, thanks for a fun chat. Have a great night.
Thanks.
Thank
You too,
you.
man. I appreciate you so much. So again, thank you guys for everything. Noah will not be here Friday because obviously he's traveling still. I will be back Saturday, which by the way, we are launching our VIP thing tomorrow. So you'll be able to buy VIP hangouts.
Yes.
But again, it's just one a week. So you better, we're going to, have them strung out till the end of the year. So if you decide you want to make a trip to the Reptarium and you want to do a VIP experience at the podcast on Saturday night, jump on it because they will sell out really quick. I have no doubt about that. But yeah, so I will be back Saturday night and you will not be. And that's the end.
I will be working
You'll be working
Reptarium.
Reptarium. So you guys have a good night. Love you guys. I appreciate you. And we'll see you next time.